Yo, chat, are we alive? Can we hear me? Yo. First message I see is only 29 minutes until life gets interesting again. Scott, I feel you, bro. The boring ass weekend. Toasted, what's good? Miss K, Scott, Swift, Dub, Mud Butt. The OG Mud Butt. What's good, brother? How are you, man? Hysteric. Leon, what's good? Leonzo. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Jacob, what's good? Daniel, what's good? Hassan, David, Liquidity, Daniel, Jeepers, what's up? Oh, to the chat, how we doing, my friends? Oh man, happy Sunday, guys. Took a 2K payout, single day grab from TPT on Friday. Let's go. Leonzo, my man. DLP, what is good? Cat, what's up, my friends? How are we, guys and gals? Dude, good weekend over here in Puerto Rico. Super boring. I mean, boring's not the right word. Super relaxing, I guess. I plotted and schemed on a variety of videos that I'm excited about. I have a new daily psychology series that I'm going to be starting soon. I'm on the hunt for what can be like low effort videos for me, meaning I don't have to hire an editor. I don't have to like just go through a process, and instead I can post videos regularly, right? And I think the easiest way to do that is just some psychology videos. I have so many things worth saying in my head, you know? So yeah, I just planned a lot of that this weekend. Dude. Depressing. I think it broke because I didn't tape it right, guys. I don't know. It kept falling off. It was always broken. We broke it in half to fit it in my bag to move out of New York and bring to Puerto Rico. So it was always snapped in half just for size purposes. And she finally broke. But I did inquire about a new one. I'm hopefully going to be getting a new one soon. I want a new one. You know, who knows? Maybe we'll get a bigger and better one. But what is good, my friends? How we doing? Happy Sunday. I'm happy to be here with you guys. You know the vibes on Sundays. We like to keep it light. We like to run some sneaky giveaways. We like to get started for the week. Let me actually see. I got to figure out. My life effectively. But I also, the last I checked, we were pretty low on codes. So I need to get more codes to give to you guys. Yeah, I'm low on these for sure. But we've got some. And I love you guys. I'm so happy to be here on a Sunday. I'm so happy to be in Puerto Rico. Guys, really what I did this weekend was I manifested. And I know that's going to sound silly. You know, I don't know. You might be thinking, Jake, you have already made a chunk of money in your life. Why are you still manifesting things? Because I got goals, bro. I got goals. So this weekend, what I really did was I Zillowed. I spent all weekend on Zillow trying to figure out when I'm ready to purchase houses and reach my goals, what am I going to buy? And I found two that I really like. So I'm pretty excited because that got me in a good headspace just to like, I don't know, that's exciting, man. It's exciting. It's not necessarily in the immediate future for me, but every day I inch closer. Well, that's not true. July, maybe I took a little step back because I didn't tread the best and London was expensive. But the rest of my life since moving here has been step forward. So, my friends, happy Sunday. Thank you so much for being here. Chat to the chat. It was a good few years, Ron. Oh man, the sign, guys. I honestly wish there was a cool story, but we broke it in half to fit it in my bag to bring to Puerto Rico, and then it finally fell apart. So my own fault. Ah, good afternoon, my friends. Good evening. What do you mean? I can press go live on a Sunday and within 4 minutes. We got some motherfuckers in the chat already just kicking it. Ron, I know you're probably listening in from not your computer. Is there any way you are at your computer? There's no way you're at your computer, right? Can you help me? Can we run a super sneaky giveaway to start? If you're not, it's okay because I can just run it old school style. But cooking, give me 5. All right, hey guys. You didn't hear it from me. Maybe we run a little sneaky giveaway to start. But do me a favor, guys. There's 100 of you on here. If we're starting with a sneaky 100-person little giveaway right off the bat, 5 minutes into the stream, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. It's free. Hit the like button. That's all we need from you. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So happy Sunday, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. We'll get started in the charts in just a few minutes. I got to figure out. TPT is telling me that I can't trade ES or MES. So I got to figure out what's going on with that, which I will get sorted. But as people trickle in here, we'll get started with a little chart review, start seeing what we should be watching for this week, what we should be keeping our eye on, what we should be paying attention to, and everything in between. And it's going to be a good week, my friends. I'm excited about it. July is past us, whether it's good, bad, indifferent. July is done, and we are ready to move on. And I'm excited about that, man. I'm hyped. Oh, I love this song. I got to throw this one on in the background while we get started on a Sunday. Oh. Wait, guys. I got to fix this. Hold on. All right, there we go. Oh my God. Never mind. I give up. All right. Happy Sunday, my friends. Sorry. I tried to get the YouTube on the screen, but that's okay. It's going to be off in the background for now. Happy Sunday, everybody. I hope we're doing good. I know I just spammed like 10 happy Sundays in a row, but let's get started. Let's get looking at a little bit of what these charts are looking like. Let's get looking at where we may be from here. The first thing that I wanted to talk about tonight, believe it or not, guys, I actually did a little bit of prep work for tonight's stream. I actually looked at the charts before coming on the stream, and I was like, all right, I got some things I want to talk about. I think there's some interesting factors that we can start to look at here in terms of figuring out where does the market go next, right? Oh, happy Sunday, my friends. Let me just see here. I wanted to check the chat before I get started. Dude, we are going to break the Lucid curse together. I'm also so fucked on Lucid. I need to break the curse. I need to go live with them. Lou, we're still figuring that out. Right now, we're holding off, but we're trying. I think once we hit like the 1,000 account giveaway mark, which we've got to be getting pretty close to, maybe we allow previous winners to enter. But for now, I still want to get fresh winners. Get fresh winners. All right, my friend. Scott, you said it perfectly. You said, would love to hear what you think about this upcoming week. Let's dive into the charts and start thinking about what I wanted to look at for this upcoming week. Because like I said, guys, coming into this stream, I actually did a little bit of prep work. And I thought, okay, there is some stuff that I can talk about tonight. There's some stuff that I think is going to be interesting. There's some stuff that maybe we can get some action Jackson, whether it be tonight or just later in this week as a whole, right? So the first thing I did was really simple. And I urge you all, no matter whether you trade ES, NQ, GC, whatever, I urge you guys to start your analysis by doing a little bit of index comparison or asset comparison, right? The first little bit of analysis that I did to get started for this stream was I just looked at the ES chart and I looked at the NQ chart. And I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here, my friends. I'm not trying to teach you new information that I've never said before, but I'm trying to teach you stuff that is valuable, right? So the first thing that I noticed is that the NQ and ES are painting pretty dramatically different pictures. All right. The NQ, while I like Thursday's big green bar, and I enjoy that reaction from an after FOMC type of move where we have a big green bar on the daily chart, we've changed nothing on the NQ daily chart. We are still in a downtrend. All right. So if we were to break under Friday's low, we would technically be putting in a lower high. And that lower high has the potential to take us all the way back down to Thursday's low. Now, I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think that we're going to just sell off very aggressively. But it's a scenario we have to consider. And at this point, with all the information that we have, we almost have to consider this the most likely scenario. Because we are in a downtrend on the daily chart. This much is clear. The NQ, you could argue, guys, had big support here, right? And we broke that support and we're just retesting it from underneath. So there's a real case to be made that the Nasdaq does not have the upside strength that Thursday's candle would lead many traders to believe it has. Right? So the first piece of analysis, guys, for the night, and I will start to mark this on the screen with our coined phrase here, Jake's initial thoughts. All right, not as bullish as one might guess. That's my Jake's initial thoughts here on the NQ. Speaking of which, Ron, whenever you're back, do me a favor and just let me know. And we're going to run a little sneaky here. Just for 2 minutes. A real fast one, guys. Don't enter nothing yet, but just be patient. Stay ready. But that's the first thing that I noticed, guys, is that the NQ is not as bullish as one might think, right? And then I flipped over and I took a look at the ES, and I actually had quite a different opinion. The ES, I feel quite bullish on. I don't know whether it happens this month, next month, September. I don't know. But the ES, I suspect, will go higher based on the information that we have, because the ES is simply just ranging. We've merely been going sideways this entire time. And I don't think that ends anytime soon. Oh, but the weekly I actually quite like on this, guys. I won't lie. The ES I actually don't mind to the upside. So I'm going to put that into our Jake's initial thoughts, guys. So first notes on the week is I'm going to be a little bit hesitant. I'm going to be a little bit cautious, at least tonight, at least to start the week. I want to see, what does the market tell us to start? How do the futures market open here in 15 minutes, right? Once the NQ and the ES open up. I want to see how they open, if one's strong while one is weak, because they have dramatically different charts. Dramatically different charts. Right out of the gate, the NQ is all put like this. The NQ, I'm not bullish as one might guess, but I'm also not very bearish. I just think this is a mixed chart that doesn't have as much information as we may need. When you go over to the ES, I actually think quite differently. I think the ES potentially looks very good. We want to see, can we trigger above this high? But this, I would guess, goes higher. So that will pose me with my first This is my initial reaction to the market this week, my friends, is who's going to win, right? Again, looking at the NQ daily chart, we have a really clear daily chart downtrend where we have no reason to suspect that we won't keep going lower. But when you look at the ES weekly chart, in my eyes, this is actually quite bullish. It's a sideways range that held a higher low. A little purple rain in the background, my friends. Oh, happy Sunday. Range, it's range, but bullish range. So we have a mixed bag to start, guys. We have a mixed bag to start. The ES I feel quite bullish. The NQ, not as much. I really don't want to pick a side. I don't want to pick a bullish or bearish side because I see both cases very well. That being said, for whatever reason, if you held a gun to my head, I might lean to the downside. The NQ is a pretty strong daily chart downtrend. And usually we at least like to test underneath and see if a sell would trigger. So the main spot that I'm going to be watching on the NQ besides the levels is just the previous day low here, guys. So that's the first area of interest for me on the night is yesterday's low and how do we react if we get down there. Ah, we're back. We ready. Ronj, my man, let's run a quick, sneaky little giveaway to start. Just a 3-minuter, 50K account. I got a Tradeify growth for you guys. Shout out to Tradeify. I'm being a terrible influencer at the moment. I need to get a little link pinned. Ah, there we go, my friends. Test, we see you. Enter up, enter up, enter up. Let's run it, let's run it. Thank you guys so much for being here on a Sunday. I know you take time out of your time. I know you take time out of your day to be here on a Sunday, and it means the world to me. So thank you so much for being here. I will take this opportunity to do a little advertisement for our YouTube channel. My name is Jake Ricci. I am RAKETRADES, the lead of this YouTube channel, but it's not just me who streams. We've got an incredible team of hosts. Tonight, after myself at 7 p.m., Mr. Ron G will be taking over and streaming. After that, we have Alan Azang Trades at 1 a.m. Eastern. It really helps cater to our international audience as well as our West Coast parents, right? West Coast parents, 10 p.m. at night after you put the kids down, an opportunity to learn from $1 million trader in Azang Trades. And then myself again in the morning tomorrow, along with our afternoon show, the Gamma expert, Mr. Mitch, who's been on a heater recently, as well as Lomeli in the afternoons. If you're interested in learning about trading or being involved in the trading space, trading with props, we are a home for you. So we're very grateful for every single one of you. I like to believe that we do, some of the most giveaways in the space. So again, thank you so much for being here. Just type enter in the chat and we'll get you entered up. All right, guys, I love you. And the chat never ceases to amaze me. I think it's going to be a long or short at the open today. NQ. Man. Facts, bro. Facts. This is simply facts. You know what I mean? Now, it might be a long, but it could be a short. But it might be a long. But it could be a short. You know what I mean? But it could be a long. But dude, it also could. No, I'm sorry. That was just, I thought that was funny. I'm sorry. That was funny. I wasn't making fun of you. I just thought that was funny. Kevin, close. Put the exclamation point first. Oh, guys, I don't know why TPT is not letting me log in. Or not, it says it's letting me log in. It's saying I can't trade ES, though, which is crazy. All right, here we go. All right, my friends, you can no longer enter the raffle. You do only need to enter once, but that's all right. Enter up. David. David, you're not a repeat winner, right? I just recognize that name. That's the only reason I ask. David, you here, my brother? W. David. We just want to make sure you haven't won before. Okay, take a deep breath, Jason. Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Oh, all right. Hell of a giveaway. Let's see. You guys, let me get the music back going on here. Yes, sir. All right, David, first time. Yes, sir. Hell yeah. Congratulations, David. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much. When you earn a ticket, that just means you entered. Means you've entered the giveaway. Hey, David, that's not true. He said he never wins anything. Not anymore, David. You won, baby. And I would like to just see out of my own curiosity. Oh, look at this, guys. See? David, bro. Dude, this is, oh my gosh, you've been here for over a month at least. You've been here for a while. Man, very grateful for you, David. Thank you so much for attending the streams. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously. To every single one of you who watches, guys, keep watching. I promise. Mathematically speaking, eventually the odds are really good you'll win, right? So, David, thank you so much. Shoot me a message on Instagram right here at this link. We will get you that code. I'm going to mark it off my list right now. And we'll see what we can get, guys. We got 7 minutes until the market opens. And we just chill until then, guys. We're just mad chilling.
Mom, my depression is a shapeshifter. One day it is as small as a firefly in the palm of a bear. The next, it's the bear. On those days, I play dead until the bear leaves me alone.
Oh, my man, it's a good week. Oh, dude, look at this, guys. Hey, David, shout out, bro. It's a good week. You got a payout as well. Don't push it, right? Go slow, but maybe this can be the start of a Nike checkmark breakout. Guys, if you're not familiar with the Nike checkmark breakout, it's what I hope that all of you experience. Let me show you an example here. Right? This Nike check mark. At the bottom of my heart, to every single one of you that is watching, the way trading works, guys, is that you will slowly get better. You'll slowly get better. You will slowly get better. Just like a Nike check mark slowly curves. It slowly curves to the upside. Right? It's a slow build, slow build, slow build, slow build. And then boom. It's a rocket after that. That is the way trading works, in my opinion. That of all the students that I have found become successful, myself, my peers, anybody, it always is. It's a hard work. Run your head into a wall. Run into your head into a wall. Slow progress. You take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 5 steps forward, 4 steps back. 10 steps forwards, 11 steps back. You keep battling, 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 and then you break out. So I'm very hopeful for every single one of you watching that this year is your Nike check mark, guys. Every single day that you follow your habits, every single day that you follow your rules is a step towards that greatness, right? So there's some mantras that I want you to repeat to yourself, right? 1. Well, let's just start with something simple. When I was in my stage to profitability, the first thing that I would repeat every single day to myself is I would say, I will not overtrade. I will not overtrade. I will not overtrade. So every day before a trading session starts, remind yourself, 1, I will not overtrade. 2, my self-worth is not determined by trading. I think it's really important, guys, before every trading session, remind yourself who you are as a person is not dependent on your trading success that day. Right now, if you're a full-time trader, yeah, your life is going to be dependent on your success over the course of a year or 2 years, right? But day to day, your day-to-day trading should not affect your self-worth. And sometimes it can really feel like that, right? Three, I will respect and value money. Dude, the moment we become a trader, we lose all perspective of money. $300, which we used to grind hours and hours and hours and hours for, now feels like 20 NQ points. Not even 15 NQ points. And it's crazy. It instantly screws up our perception of money. So the third mantra that we'll repeat to ourselves before the market opens is I will respect and value money. I will respect and value myself. All right? Meaning that you will not break your rules. Most importantly, I got to think of a good one for number 5. I got to think of a really good one. I just come up with all this on the spot, by the way. But the first one I did say to myself every single day. Let's see. Oh, I got it. I will not cheat the game. My friends, if you really love trading, then you understand that you have to love the game. And you understand that you can't cheat it. You can't try and just not follow your rules one day and make a huge amount and then all of a sudden have trading figured out. I'd like to give a shout out to the COO of Tradeify. This is, believe me, he once said something years before. His name is Vinny. Years before he ever started working at Tradeify or founded the company. Years before that. He was a man in a Discord, much like many other people on the internet. And he once said something that hit home with me so hard. He said, when you break your trading rules, what you are doing is cheating yourself, right? And you're cheating the game. Because if all it requires for you to succeed in trading is for you to follow your rules and respect your risk and to do what you know how to do, isn't it disrespectful to yourself if you try to cheat the game, if you try to cheat those rules? So every time you break a rule, you are seriously disrespecting yourself and you are trying to cheat yourself out of an opportunity that you can't succeed with. So guys, these are our 5 mantras. I will not overtrade. My self-worth is not determined by trading day to day. I will respect and value money. I will respect and value myself, and I will not cheat the game. Before every trading session, we're going to start saying this to each other, all right? All right? All right, my friends. And with that, I timed it kind of perfectly. The market should be open right now. Boom. Check it out. Markets are open. We are gapping up. All right. Scenario 1 looks like to be the case. Excuse me. Scenario B looks to be the case for the day where the ES strength is simply going to overtake the NQ. And here we go. All right. Let me get a little background music going. And let's see if we can find ourselves a trade or if we're just kicking it or what the vibe is. Oh, a banger on this Sunday. All right, my friends. Happy Sunday. Let's see what we can get. First thing I'm noticing is that the NQ is gapping over Friday's open as well as a couple of levels here. So let's go ahead and watch and see if we can hold above these 2 levels right here. On Friday, we quickly worked our way up to this 731 level, but we did not get there. And I think that's still a valid target for the next few days. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out on the NQ 731. We are indeed just going to be vibing, my friends. If a trade sets itself up and looks great, like I'm ready to trade my personal account again or a couple of prop firm live accounts I have. If a trade sets up and looks great, we'll just take it. But if it doesn't, it's Sunday, we'll just kick it and I'll answer some questions and we'll vibe and we'll get ready for Ron G's stream and we'll kind of get ready to crush it this week. I'm looking forward to it. That's the way it should be, right? If I don't feel good enough to really risk on it, then it's really not worth it. So let's kick it and let's see, guys. I want to work on our mantra list. So actually, guys, I'm going to add something in the chat here. I just asked a little poll. What do you guys think? Long or short? I'm just curious what you think. But I'm also curious. What is a trading mantra you'd add to our pre-market psychology routine? Right? So far, guys, we're looking at... Right? So far, we've got, I will not overtrade. My self-worth is not determined by trading. I will respect and value money. I'll respect and value myself, and I will not cheat the game. So I'm curious, do you guys have any other trading mantras that you think we should add to that list? And if you do, just go ahead and throw it in there. What is a trading mantra that you would add to our pre-market routine? I'd love to get in there. And at the same time, guys, feel free to throw any questions that you have in the chat, and I'd love to answer them. Speaking of which, I think this is for the first time in my life, guys, I think this is a very fair question to ask. You don't trade options on stocks anymore? I do. I haven't in a couple of months, but I still do. Hey, come September or November, I have a feeling that really November, October and November, guys. Watch out for options, Jake, in October and November. Early prediction here. The market will be rallying to all-time highs in October, November, December. Jake will be trading options when the market is on easy mode. But yeah, I do still trade them. I just haven't in a couple months. Not for any ill will. I'm also curious if single stock futures ever become like a thing. I was so excited, but like, how are we supposed to trade this? Guys, this is the chart for single stock futures Tesla. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that looks like a fire setup, bro. That's a fire setup. There's got to be a couple of fair value guys around here. Oh my God, levels. Are there any levels on it? All right, my friends, let's see. We do have the ES gapping up above the previous day's high. I'm not going to lie. For me, a trade on a Sunday night would have been more like a gap down to this 75.12. I would have loved to have long something around this 75.12, but if other than that, on Sunday night, I don't know if I'll get anything at the open. All right. So we'll see. We'll be patient. We'll wait and see. We'll be patient. It would make life easier if ES at least wanted to trail down to one of these levels, but I don't want to try and be a predictor. Yo, Jake, looking to buy my first prop account coming from options. Any recommendations on ones to start with? Kind of like the Tradeify ones with no consistency. Those are a great start. The evals will take you a little bit longer because they are 3-day evals. But on your first prop account, they're going to be low priced. The Lucid Flex is also a great option. I would say Tradeify Select or Lucid Flex. Those are going to be your most trader friendly accounts to start. And like a Lucid Flex 25K is a really great starting point that's not going to be that expensive, right? Especially coming from the options world. So I would say either a Flex from Lucid or a Select from Tradeify. That's what I would go with. That's what I would go with. Question, Mr. Rake. I've been testing the orb strat, but my stop loss always gets ticked, then it goes the other way. Yeah, dude. Well, first of all, I'll just say that, guys, the problem with the orb strategy is if you ask, does the orb work, which is an opening range breakout, it's going to be like a coin flip. Some days it's going to work. Some days it's going to not. Anything that's that publicized, like, that strategy has been publicly discussed for generations, right? And so for me, that's more of what I use the orb as, like, and I don't really even use it, but it's a concept to me, right? In my eyes, it's more of a concept. Like if you said, hey, Jake, what's the trade you took today? You know, I would include a 15-minute analysis in there, but it wouldn't be based off the high or the low of it, right? Would be my science behind that. Yeah. Here goes out with my Stella. Yes, has got a couple 2-minute inside bars. Screams cold London. Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate you, Bor, for being on here. Do you think the rally will market during midterms? I don't know if it'll be because of midterms. Guys, it's a really clear, like, historical trend. I don't know why it is this way, but it just is. I'm literally saying this off the top of my head. I'm not referencing anything. So I'd be super curious if the data backs me up. But every year, my trading tends to go like this. January is a slow start because I'm a little risk adverse. The P&L being at 0 for the year, I go a little bit slower. And January is a little bit slow, a little choppy. February, you start to find your bearings, but it's still a little mixed. March, April, May tend to be good months, and May tends to be volatile in particular. There's a phrase, sell in May and go away. Then June, July, August are not great. It's just consolidation, range. I had a good June this year, so I'm pretty happy. I could have a bad month in one of my better predicted months, and I'd survive because this year I had a better than expected June. July is fucked. I don't know whether it's just my last 4 years or my, like, a trading thing. July, I would guess, is usually very choppy, consolidative action because July is always balls. August, it gets a little bit better, but it's still iffy. September is when the fun starts. September is historically a down month in the market. And so it's not that I think the market's going to go up for midterms. It's just that I think that the market is going to go down usually in September, historically. And then it just rallies in October and November. October and November historically are fantastic months for me. So I look forward to those. And I definitely plan to trade options if we're back at all-time highs during those for sure. Right now, I don't think I need to trade options because most of my favorite names are in brutal ranges, guys. Like, Meta's in a range. Yeah, I mean, nice daily bounce, but it's still in a big-ass range. Nvidia's in a range. Tesla, I don't really know what to do with that. None of these names look that great anyways, so I'd rather just wait till we get back to all-time highs or close to it, and then you'll get some of the free money longs. Eventually, Palantir is going to be a free money long. I just don't know when. But I will say, one of the skills that you gain as a trader as you get older is once you've been around the block, you trust yourself. And as these moves start to come in the market, which they're not right now, like this looks like ass. As they come, I have no doubt in my abilities that I'll catch them. Even if I don't catch every one, that's not my job. Truthfully, guys, one day like Thursday of last week, was it Thursday? Yeah, one day of Thursday of last week can be a month's worth of wins. This is still why I'm kicking myself really hard for last week more than anything. I hesitated on an early morning long entry just because I had taken a few losers doing it the day before. And I don't know, streaming comes, they messed with me. And I'm mad at myself because that was my own fault. I should have just taken the entry. I was ready to put on 5 contracts of NQ right there. I have zero doubt in my brain I would have held it at the very minimum till this spike up and breakdown there. It would have been a minimum of 200 points. And on 5 contracts, that's 20K on a live. So I all it takes really is a couple good days a month. And you be sitting pretty. All right, guys, focusing back a little bit on tonight's action again. We are getting a nice little 1, 2, 3 in the Nasdaq with a level retest. I see the vision. If anyone took that 2-minute long right there, I absolutely see the vision. I don't think I would have taken it just 10 minutes into a Sunday, a little bit early for me. I don't mind taking entries early on New York session, but Sunday I tend to do better when I wait. It's either like first 2 minutes or I wait at least like 20, 30. But I see the vision there. If anyone took that, nice work. I'm living vicariously through you. ES had a couple of nice inside bars similarly there. Yeah, nice little confluence there. You have the opening print and a couple consecutive 2-minute inside bars. I think that's a worthwhile stab on the break of those inside bars highs with a stop under their lows, because your stop is also under the opening print. So if you're more of a scalper, I totally see the vision on that ES scalp. So again, I don't necessarily know if we'll get there tonight, but that being said, the market's been moving overnight the past couple months, so I would never rule it out. But guys, the area I'm going to be keeping an eye on that is worthwhile to me is that 731s on the NQ. Oh, honey, I need you now. Please explain the 1, 2, 3. Okay, sure. Google will do a good job of this as well, but it's just a 3-bar play. It's based on the concept that the market moves in 2 different states. It's either a trend or a range, and it's always one of those, right? And it moves from one to the other, right? So in order to have a 3-bar play, the very first thing you need is what's known as a trend bar. This is bar 1, your first candle. So in this example here, this big green candle is our trend bar. It has a trend to it, an upside trend. Now, the second candle on this chart acts as our 2-bar. It's a rest bar or a range bar, right? It is staying fully inside the previous candle's range, which means it didn't go anywhere, right? It can't be a trend candle because it didn't go anywhere. All it did was go sideways, right? And bar 3 is a following trend bar. And this is where you would enter the trade. Let me just draw it to 1-to-1 to now. Bar 3 is a trend bar breaking above bar 2's high. Get a little line right there. Get a little line right there. There you go. Take a screenshot if you need it. This is not some concept I'm trying to act like is super secretive to me, though. I believe his name is Rob Smith. Let me look it up. Yeah, Rob Smith, the Strat. So he uses a little bit of different terminology, but he was the very first one to ever introduce it, and then Al Brooks wrote a lot more. Really, guys, this is like this is the Mecca. Now, this isn't the only thing you need to understand trading, of course, but what's so crazy is that if you really understand this action and you really understand trend bars, rest bars, triggers, like this is how the markets move as a whole, right? The 1, 2, 3 just happens to be a good way to execute on trend range trend. But yeah, man, that's the 3-bar play. So it kind of, it's not the same exact thing here, but these are inside bars, which have a similar principle. Inside bars, you can look for breaks above their higher lows for trades. Same thing here, even. Inside bars. Now, below that inside bar's low, we're going lower. Above these inside bars high, we're going higher. Inside bars. Study inside bars, my friends. And I don't mean look them up and study them. I mean get on the charts and start looking at examples. Get on the chart, understand their principles, then study up. There's nothing that like I obviously the 6 minutes that I just went through was very fast, but with all the content I have out there on inside bars, there's literally, and just bar by bar analysis, there's nothing more I could ever teach. Like it's, and I believe at the bottom of my heart, if you were to like study this, I would be the best teacher in the world for it. I do have that confidence in myself. I just don't think that it's something that you like a teacher could. There's nothing more that I could talk about on this subject educationally that I haven't already. It's now just something that you muscle memory. You got to muscle memory the bitch. But it's the best concept in all of trading. I really do mean it. As ES here is pulling back to the opening print, potentially offering a little bit of a pullback entry. NQ simply pulled back to the level. But we are seeing a decent chunk of consolidation, guys. I would expect that the NQ can make a move higher. ES as well, but the NQ is just a bit stronger out of the gate. All right, anyone who needs this picture, take it now before I delete it. Just because I need to clear my charts. Leave me alone. Prop firm versus personal account, which is better? Great question. Prop firm versus personal account. I don't think one is better than the other, but it just depends on what you're looking for. Here's what I'll say. If cash is not an issue, then a live account is always easier in the sense of you getting your money out. But what I will say, guys, a lot of people get really excited to trade a live account. They're like, live accounts are so much better, till you lose 10 racks in one day. You know what I mean? Like, when you lose 10K in a day, it's not better, bro. It's not better. Like, you'd never lose that much on a prop firms, and I don't know how you could. You'd have to be resetting pro accounts, you know? So, look, I'm not saying that prop firms are better. I'm just saying they each have their place in this world, you know? Prop firms are great, guys, for two different reasons, mainly. Either if you're an entry-level trader who just wants to risk less money, prop firms are great. Or if you're a skilled trader who wants to take advantage of leveraging risk in a different way, prop firms are great. If you've got no immediate expenses and you're continuing to trade for like your retirement account, then yeah, I'd just keep trading your own money, you know? But even me, guys, I'm actively trying to buy a house in all cash without selling any of my current liquid assets, without liquidating any of my current assets. And I'm being hyper cautious about risking personal funds just because, bro, one bad tilt and it's, you know, I don't know. There's no handbook, guys. It's so funny. People are always like, you're a full-time trader. Aren't you supposed to know this? I'm like, no one wrote a fucking handbook on the emotions and psychology of risking 5,000 USD per trade of your own money when you're also trying to buy a house without liquidating. Like, I don't want to sell any of my current stocks. I don't want to sell any stocks I currently own or liquidate equity in any of the real estate projects that I have. I don't want to do that. But I also want to buy a house outright in cash. So what's the best approach? Do I up the risk? If I have a 250K trading account, which is roughly what I have set aside for trading. Bankroll, I'll call it, right? What do? Do I trade with props where I'm risking, you know, $500 a day on bad days, trying to still, on a good month in June, I made, 28,000 net from props? That's a good return for not really risking that much of my own money, right? Or do I risk $5,000 per trade of my 250K trading bankroll? Or do I risk 2.5K per trade of my 250K? Or do I risk 30K per trade and go hard in the paint, trying to make a house in a month? I've never fucking done this before. So anyone who tells you that bro, there's no handbook for this stuff. You kind of just have to figure it the fuck out. And that's what I'm in the process of doing right now. It's like, all right, how do I process it? The good news is I'm having a really good trading year on my personal account so far. I'm up north of 6 figures all around. So like I have risks to play with. It's not like it's January, where in January it's fucking hard, man. If I was trying to save for a house in January, it would be a lot harder because, that would fuck with my head a lot. I need to have this paid off by January then. January is just a fucking, at least for me, guys, it's a mental fucking headspace, a mental trip, because your P&L starts at 0. So like, let's say you have a bad month to start and you minus, I don't know, 25K of this 250 bankroll. Starting the year starting out at negative after 1 month sucks. That happened to me, not this year, but in 2024, my January wasn't flat. It was like minus 22,000 or something. and something like that. I don't remember exactly. But that was hard. I'm glad I wasn't trying to buy a house then, because I think I would have tilted. All right, sorry guys. Sometimes I get off topic, but that being said, the ES is in a disgusting like 5-point range. So I'm so sorry that I've just been yapping, but maybe my yapping has been more valuable than us trying to discuss where the ES might go for its next 5 points. I don't want to be that guy to say I'm not trading tonight, but we're 30 minutes into market open, and knowing I only have 30 minutes left before I got to pass it off to Mr. Ron G, I might not be trading tonight, guys. I know. I've looked into this. I've thought about it. If that's the case, bro, I could buy fucking houses right now if I was doing that. I know it's not the best investment. I'm not trying to invest right now. I just want an asset. I want to own a house, a primary. I know it's not the best use of money, and I could probably squeeze an extra 5 or 7% by just borrowing and then using that money to invest in the market. You know what I mean? Keeping the difference. Like, I just want to own something outright where I'm like, that's my house. I don't owe anything on it. I don't owe shit on it. That's what I really want. That is like, it's just a goal of mine that I have. The good news is I have a lot of money invested in the market, and I have equity in other real estate projects. So I have plenty of investments. This, I don't even want to be an investment. I'm just buying this bitch. I want a water slide, guys. I want old school video game machines. I want a Nintendo 64. I want we need at least one water slide, potentially 2. I want a epic stream room. I want it near the airport so I can fly to New York easily. Dude, it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect, guys. It's gonna be perfect. All right, but I just got to keep my head down and keep working. Again, July was not the best. I'll be straight up, guys. July was obviously not the best month, you know, on the pursuit of my goals. I'll be straight up, guys. I've never had a payout voided or denied, you know, especially on an account where I thought I was going to get, you know, I think $75,000 or $100,000. I think $100,000. I was hoping to get $100,000 transferred into a live account plus a $5,000 payout. And instead my account got nuked. Again, no, it's part of life. I'm not trying to play the victim because I know many of you out there have been through similar stuff throughout the years. I'm not playing the victim. But again, there's no handbook on how to bounce back from that. So my last 2 weeks of trading haven't been my best, but there's no handbook on how to fucking recover from that, right? Like, it's just something you gotta figure out on your own. I do not care. Guys, I'm sorry. I could not be less interested in these charts. We're above the opening print, so maybe we hold and drift back up there, or maybe after all this consolidation, we finally snap to the downside. You flip a coin, whichever one you want. Flip a coin. One of them's going to work. That guy earlier who said in the chat who he thought it would either be a long or a short, he was so right, bro. He was so right. Yes, I do need to release an Amsterdam vlog. I have an editor in Belgium just waiting on me to send him my vlog footage, and that's on me. If you're watching this, Felix, I need to send you that shit. Because I have it all. Yes, Amsterdam vlog coming soon. I smoked a lot of joints. Oh, you're Dara? Well, I didn't know that was you. Yeah, I got to send you that footage, dog. Remind me tomorrow and I'll get you. It was a long, then a short. Bro, yes, guys, for the house, I need 007 GoldenEye on the N64. I need it. You trade ES only? No, man, I trade all futures. That's the goal, bro. That's the goal. And again, my start to the year really helped. I made a lot in the beginning of this project, guys, and then I had a give back day. I don't remember the exact sequence of events, but I made like $140,000 to start this project. It was like 50K in TPT, live account, 50 options, 40. And then I lost like 15 grand on an options trade one day. And it was that moment. That was my first like bigger loss since I decided that I was going to save up directly for a house. And I was like, I don't need to risk $15,000 on a trade anymore. Not right now. Not right. I felt like shit because that is that much fucking closer. 15K it sounds silly, guys, but I guess it doesn't sound silly. That makes a lot of difference to a fucking house, right? And again, I could just liquidate my stock portfolio and buy it, but that defeats the purpose, right? Trying to max out my first Puerto Rico year and walk away from it with a house or an apartment. I'm not. It could be either. It could be either. All right, guys, we have 25 minutes left, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I appreciate you guys just being here because I don't expect to take a trade in the next 25 minutes. We will run one more giveaway. I still got to fulfill the one from earlier tonight. So I got 2 accounts that I got to fulfill and give away. But I am going to smoke a joint because it's Sunday night. And I'll be honest. I mean, this just looks miserable. Guys, I need you to do me a favor real quick, though. Head into the chat. Guys, I want you to add a mantra. Type it. Make sure to type it in the Q&A box here for a pre-market psychology routine, right? But type it in there because each morning I want to start our day by repeating some mantras to ourselves. I think it could actually be like a really impactful thing for all of us. Where'd they go? Did I accidentally delete them? All right, well, I got to rewrite them. But, well, let's rewrite them. Let's rewrite them together. I will not overtrade. My self-worth is not determined by one day's email. What was it? I will respect money. I will respect and value money. I will not cheat the game or myself. I'm going to take out the I will respect myself one because we kind of are getting repetitive here. But guys, do me a favor. Throw a psychology mantra that you'd love to hear each morning just inside this little poll right here. So not in the normal chat, but inside the little poll right here. Do you own property now? I have equity in property. My family does real estate, guys. My parents were the first. Well, my parents worked really hard and saved up and started investing in real estate. And when I first started making money, I just invested it with them. So I have equity. I don't really know like how much or any. I don't know. We have a house that I went to a college. I don't know. I don't know. But no, I do not own anything in my name, which is what my goal is right now. Is I'd like to buy a house outright in cash. The Jake Cave. Exactly. Like the Bat Cave, but just for Jake. That's exactly what I want. That's exactly what I want, man. I like these, guys. I like these. I'm hearing don't make it worse. I trade only my proven setup. Thou shall not tilt. I like that. I will not overtrade. I want to trade as the trader I will become. You guys were supposed to type it in here, but that's okay. No one, I don't know how this Q&A thing works anyways.
This album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter. And all
I see some in there. Here we go. This is not life or death. Trade your edge.
It was all a dream.
You're paid to wait, not to trade. I protect profits through discipline risk management. I like that. I like that, guys. I like these. Fridays are for Flint, Michigan Mega Bowl. You must train like the champion before you become one. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I think that's the first one that I'm going to add here, guys. Not that any of yours didn't click, because all of the ones I read were great, but for whatever reason, that one just clicked. I will train. What was it? I will train like the champion before I become one. I might edit these a little bit, but I like where we're getting. I like where we're starting, my friends. I like where we're starting. Guys, I wish I had more to talk about with the market, honestly. Ron, I know that you're on here listening. I'm praying that my hour was consolidation so that your hour moves a little bit. The ES is in a 5-point range. That's just not going to cut the chut, guys. That's just not going to cut the chut. That's just not going to cut the chut. You are not defined by one trade. I like that one too. You are not defined by one trade. Kind of similar to the self-worth one. Kind of thinking, how can we kind of combine those, you know? My self-worth is not determined by one day's P&L. You are not defined by one trade. Those could be separate, but I'm going to put them close together. I like these, guys. I like these. And I know it sounds corny, but at the bottom of my heart, guys, I mean it. Trading is fucking weird. We press buttons on a screen to make money. It's weird. I know it sounds like, how would these little cheap one-off phrases make me a better trader? Because anything that you can do to remind yourself of the habits you need to practice, the way you need to trade is good, because this is just a weird thing we're doing. It's weird that we're risking money each day. Each day we show up and we could lose money. Like, that's not normal. Normal people don't show up and risk money each day. So yeah, it might be a little bit of a corny one-off phrase, but the truth is we're doing something that most people don't do. So couldn't the solution to our problems be something that we might not expect, and it might sound simpler? So at the bottom of my heart, my friends, I'm really all in on our mantras. I'm all in on these. We're going to continue to refine this list. And we're going to build our rule sheet that we're going to go through each morning. And even if you guys don't watch any of the rest of my streams each morning, I want you to pop in 10 minutes before the market opens just to repeat these with me and then pop out. Or just kick it, because we'd love to have you. But yeah, I want this to become a staple in everyone's trading morning routine. Here's what I'll also say, guys. If you ever catch yourself trying to cheat the habits, like some of you might know this, some of you might not. One of the things that I used to do in the beginning stages of my trading career, and again, guys, I wish I had more insight to give you on the market here, but we are just grossly stuck in a range. One of the habits that I used to do, and if you remember this, you're a real OG. You're a real OG. But each morning when I would wake up, I would put on a pair of funky pants. Like I was living in California at the time, and I was living at my parents' house, and I was like breaking through and starting to make significant money. And each morning I would put on a different pair of like corduroy or checkered pants or jeans or something. Because I lived in California and I woke up, the market opened at 6:30 a.m. and it was so early that I firmly believed that most of my trading problems stemmed from the fact that I wasn't awake yet. So my rule was, if I wanted to trade, I had to wake up and put real pants on. I couldn't just trade in pajamas or sweats because that meant that I wasn't awake enough and alert enough to really risk my own money, right? And to really risk cash. I wasn't even trading prop firms at those times. So that was a rule I had. So I urge you all to think of these mantras in this checklist that we have, kind of like that, where if there's ever a day where you have a case of the fuck it's and you say, fuck it, I'm not going to read my list of rules to myself, it means you probably shouldn't trade. Because you're probably not in the right headspace. If you can't take 3 minutes to repeat, not even, if you can't take 47 seconds to read and repeat some phrases to yourself, you're not in the right headspace to trade. And I firmly believe that, right? So think about that. If there's ever a point in time where you're like, damn, man, I just don't even want to read through these today. I don't even want to do this today. Like, fuck this, man. Just fuck this. If you ever feel like that, just know that is you cheating yourself. Cheating the game. That is you cheating the game. Which breaks rule number 4. I will not cheat the game, baby. I will not cheat the game. Happy Sunday, everybody. I'm not having a Guinness tonight, but I will smoke a joint. Cheers to every single one of you. Thank you for being on here. We're going to run a giveaway in just a second here, just a couple minutes. Of course, make sure to stay tuned for Mr. Ron G's stream. He starts right after me at 7 p.m. Eastern. And I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good week. I stopped trading from bed for that reason. Dude, trading from bed is a trap. It's a trap, man. It's a trap. Trading when you're tired is a trap. I'm moving my stream starts to 9 a.m. because, one, I think analytically from our stream stats, it makes sense. But also, two, I want to be more awake and alert each day on stream. You know, I want to start. Rock, you got to be ready to go, man. Oh, man. I appreciate you, Embeds. If you're new here, thank you so much for tuning in, bro. I'm really grateful for you. I have the best job in the world. I love trading so much. And if you've been here the last few days, you honestly haven't seen me trade the best. Ask anyone. We're in for a lot more fun once. And it's not like it's. I will never be one to say once the market does this, blah blah. It's like no. Once I start to perform better, you know. And I'm excited that might be. I'm excited for that to be ASAP. ASAP. Oh my goodness. We have sub 200 likes, guys. Guys, I'm trying to run a giveaway, chat. I'm trying to run a giveaway right now. You guys don't want a giveaway? I thought we wanted a giveaway. Sub 200 likes on the stream? Come on now. No. 193? No. No. Come on, my friends. We got to run this up to 250 first. Come on now. Come on now. You can type exclamation point enter as many times as you want, but you only need to enter once. Take a deep breath, user Joe. We'll run a giveaway in a second. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Is one NQ too much for a 50K funded? Do you recommend 5 NQ instead? For sure, man. There's a few different ways to trade prop firms. If you are trying to replicate a personal account and trade them the same way you would trade a personal account, right? Which means just replicate your drawdown. If you only have $2,000 of drawdown, guys, we're not running one right now. Why is everyone enter? Hold up, stop, wait, hold up. This is like a snowball effect. I don't blame anyone for doing this. I don't think we started it yet. You guys played yourself. We haven't started it yet. You guys, this is a snowball effect. This is a great example of what am I thinking of? It's a great example of it's like peer pressure, you know? Like if one person does it, we never started the giveaway, but it just started. Monkey see, monkey do. No, guys, don't worry. Don't enter yet. Don't enter yet. Premature ejaculation is crazy. That's crazy. You're trying to get me booted off the internet. So many would jump a bridge. Oh, man. All right, Ron, if you're around, though, let's go ahead and knock that out. We'll get started with a giveaway here, guys. 50K Tradeify growth account. And Ron, make sure you set a high mark for them to reach tonight. But if you do a giveaway, pull from these Tradeify 50K growths. I don't even think it's open yet, and you guys are still popping up. Do you trade options? I do, but it's been a little while. Yeah, I would say if you're trying to trade a prop form more like a personal account, then I would do 5 MNQ. Because if you're trading like a personal account, that means you have $2,000 of drawdown for a 50K. 1 NQ is in 4 or 5 trades, you're going to be gone, right? So if you're trying to replace a personal account, I would go down to 5 MNQ, or truthfully, maybe even 2 or 3. Yeah. I still trade options. We already talked about this earlier today, so I don't feel the desire to repeat what I spent about 5 minutes talking about earlier. I still trade options. It's been a few months, but I'm looking forward to trading them again in the future. All good, dog. Futures are amazing too. I love them as well. Tune of the summer so far is a good question. I wish I had one, guys. I don't really know. We play real music because we're demonetized. I do not make a dime off YouTube itself, dog. And I don't want you guys to get ads, and I like being able to play music. Yeah, Ron, run it, Ron. Run it up. Man, I'm biased, but my favorite indicator is just the levels that we use. But also the any multi-time frame analysis type of one. I really like anything that gives more price action clues. Oops, sorry, I've been on repeat on desktop a little bit here. Also, the 20 EMA is powerful. 20 EMA is powerful. Yeah, short answer to your question earlier. I like options. Futures are easier to do day to day, though, for sure. All right, my friends, enter up. Enter away. Got a couple minutes left here before I get you all sorted. Let me see who the winner from earlier was. Let me get them sorted. David, my man. Guys, I'm going to use his message earlier as an opportunity for an advertisement. David was a winner from tonight's earlier giveaway, and he messaged me and he said, thank you so much. And he also said, the course helped me a lot. So if you guys are thinking about buying a trading course or a mentorship, I'll just tell you, mine is the cheapest on the block, and it is by far the best ever. The last course you will ever need. I firmly believe that at the bottom of my heart. Don't take it from me. Take it from David. Shout out to you, my brother. I forgot to pin a link this whole time. Boom. 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 Ow, boom. He ain't lying. Trust. Boom. I love you guys so much. Seriously. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll put the pinned link here, and Ron, Ron will have his own link, but I'll put the pinned link in this YouTube chat to close out for the next couple minutes. There's the link. Boom, check it out. And I gotta pin it. All right, did that say you can no longer enter? Did I see that correctly? Oh, nope, no, I didn't. My man. Oh, did anything exciting happen while I looked away in the market? Not really. The NQ is, oh my gosh. Guys, I hope you don't think I'm just trying to like not trade. But like, I don't think you want me to trade, right? Like, you guys don't want me to trade this little choppity chop 5-point range. That's not what you guys want. That's not what you guys want. Nobody wants that. Ooh, gold short. Oh, gold short, I don't mind, dog. Gold short off the opening print. I see that vision. I never looked at gold tonight. Maybe that was my fundamental flaw. Nice work if you caught that off the open there or under the level. I like that. All right, my friends. I appreciate you. TP, my dog. I appreciate you. Trader WW. Trader WW. We got you in the chat. Are you here, Trader WW? Trader WW. There they go. Yes, OMG. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Guys, don't be sad if you didn't win. Our winner earlier tonight was a longtime stream viewer. I'm very glad they won. Trader W, let's see. Oh, look at this, man. Been on the chat for a while. Look at that. See, guys? Trader WW on July 12th said, congrats, brother. Whether I don't know whether that was maybe to me. Oops, sorry. The It's a Good Day video was getting loud. I don't know whether that was to me or to another giveaway winner. Whoever it was, they put good vibes out there. Boom. Check it out. Congrats. DM me on Instagram. So this link right above here. If you don't have an Instagram account, I'm not going to lie. I am going to ask you to make one. It's the easiest way. You can make it, then you can delete it. It takes 5 minutes. It's just easier. You shoot me a message on Instagram. I'll reply, which will open up requests. So you can send me a picture of your profile and I can confirm it's you. And then boom, 50K Tradeify growth account. Check it out, which I really need more codes. I am legitimately almost out of giveaway accounts. And that's an expense that I budget for, guys. I budget part of the idea of this show, this startup of a 24-hour trading network, which we're hoping to get to. Part of the budget I got is giveaways. Now, that being said, it's very helpful if you guys can just throw a like on the stream. Tonight, I don't know how many likes we were at. How many were we at? 230. I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't know if I should have done a giveaway with only 230 likes. I think I should have been targeting 400, but that's all right. Stay tuned for Ron G's stream right after this one tonight. And We'll get you guys that. I don't know when we're resetting the winners yet. I know to all of the people who have won already, that you guys want to win again. We're still just like, we're 4 months into it. So I would feel bad if anyone else who's been, I still don't think we're there yet. Which I hope you don't feel bad or mad at me for, but just some people haven't won yet. And we got to figure out a good system for it. But it's going to be a little bit. I don't think that's something that's like going to happen next week. Yeah. Not very many. The partners I work with, I don't ask for free stuff from them because I want to be a good partner to them. But I will just say, also remember, just sheer volume. We're giving away like 4 or 5 accounts a day, like 25 a week, like 100 to 150 a month. Like I give away 2 per stream usually. We're giving away like 150, 200 accounts per month minimum. Prop firms they'll give you some free accounts if you've got an audience. They're not giving you. I have a spreadsheet with 200 accounts. No prop firm is just giving that to you. I'm sending them a wire for it. And you can ask the prop firms; they'll tell you the same thing. Yeah. Let's see, Trader W. Let me see if I got your message. Trader WW here. All right. I just responded. So now just send me a picture proof. Send me a pic of YouTube username. And I got you. Boom. Check it out. We make money through the channel by you guys using our code when you trade at prop firms, or we're soon to announce a partnership with one of the service providers that Mitch uses, our Gamma expert. So when you guys use code RAKE with that 3DS, I believe it's called, that helps fund giveaways, my staff, the team. I would love one day for this to be a profitable idea that I ride off into the sunset and retire off of. We're not there, but I hope to get there one day. I really do, and I think it starts with me giving back to the community that has put me here in the first place. You know what I mean? All right, guys. I want to listen to one little bit of one more song before I pass you off. My man, Mr. Ron G Trades. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'm sorry that we didn't find a trade. The market, for the most part, was just in a range. The NQ is breaking down under some inside bars, but truthfully, guys, this is still, I mean, pull up the 15-minute chart and ask yourself, do you really want to be in this yet? I think it's going to take another hour. I'm hopeful that not this hour, but the next hour of Ron's stream has some nice action for you guys, man. All right, chat. I love you all. We got Born Slippy on the beat. Our theme song of this project. Guys, I mean it. Stay tuned. Ron G is going to be on in just a second here. And he crushed it last week, man. So, guys, I love you very much. Ron G, have a great stream. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. Love you. Peace.
What up, chat? All right, we're good. We're good. How you guys doing? What up, Miguel, Harshi, Toasted, Simon, Dev, Anth, Lauren, Hysteric, A Trades, Blambo, Dev. There's going to be a lot of you if I read all these. So I'll read a couple, but we're not reading everybody. But appreciate you guys being here. How you guys doing? How's your guys' weekend? What up, red to green? Chat, number one thing I'm paying attention to right now. We have last week's highs on ES 74 or 75.41. We have NQs open. at 28,565. Let's just watch how we react to those. Was good. Can you play Born Slippy? I believe you get copyrighted for that. I usually just play my normal music. If I need to later, I can play it. Just probably not right out the gate. Can you do an attendance call? I'm on. There is 300 people in here right now. That's a long list of calls. But chat, who remembers the one trade we were watching for on Friday? The one move, the one name, the only chart I talked about the entirety of the end of the week. I don't know if any of you guys caught it, but we were watching it, right? The video over 197.40s up into that 202s to 202.3s. Literally can't make it any better. Obviously, we got a bit of consolidation in the morning. We finally ended up breaking that level. I caught a few different moves on this. The options contracts, as long as you pick the right one, moved an insane amount. 200s for a majority of the day were like 15 cents. Up here, they were $2, so you can see the risk to reward perspective on it. But contracts were cheap. Trade worked out exactly how we wanted. Ended up with a really, really nice day. At least for me on Friday. And I know some of you guys caught it as well. Because I had a lot of DMs on Instagram about trading a video. Flambo, dude, there was like 3 seconds that I missed of stream. And he just happened to do the giveaway right then and there. What up, Most Fab? I'm on. You want me to do an attendance call for the next hour straight? Brother, I won't have a voice for the end of it. So what do we have going on right now? Obviously, we have oil with a bigger gap down right into 79s. ES and NQ essentially sideways. ES is slightly below the open. NQ's dead on it. RTY, YM more neutral. There's not a lot to go off of at the moment. Kind of want to give the market a little bit, see what it wants to do. I have a feeling if we get volatility, it'll probably be around the Tokyo Open. Celebrating war ending number 2387. Yeah, Chris. Yep. Sach, my biggest day ever was 26,300 or 400, somewhere around there. That was like 3.5 years ago on a Roku swing trade. Chat, let's run our normal little poll. Is this another stream where we drink every time Ron says in the video? Digital. I've said over and over, I will be the most annoying person in the world about NVIDIA until the price of those contracts makes sense. Because they don't. Nothing about it does. And I will continue to preach that until it does. Are you going to watch Spider-Man? Eventually. I usually watch movies when they come out on Amazon. So, I mean, the nearest movie theater to me, like good movie theater, is probably 40, 45 minutes. So I got to make a whole day out of it if I want to go. Yeah, Sasha, I mean, it's amazing. It would definitely, I was nowhere near where I am now in my career when that happened. It was amazing P&L and an amazing day to get. But I let it get to my head way too much back then. That account was like I think total between the accounts I had like $5,000 in them. When I made that day, at the end of that day, I left like 13 in it, lost like half of it on one trade. So I definitely let that get to my head, but it was a while. What would be the next play you're looking for on NVIDIA? See digital, some people care about NVIDIA. Some do. But no, NVIDIA has made my month. I think just trading NVIDIA alone from what we've shown you, or what I've shown you guys, I've made like $12,000 in the last month on it, which is absurd. I mean, NVIDIA, we have 2023s. If we're able to get over 2023s, like a gap up tomorrow, look for the exact same thing. Right? We have the bigger resistance we had right here at this 197.5s. If we can do that same thesis over 2023s, I want over 210s. Easily. I would be looking towards 213, 214-ish. Now, I may take like an extra week contracts on those, or I may take Fridays, but I'm not going to be trading 0 days if I'm looking for a bigger move like that. Just let the overall contract do its thing. And that's the thing too. With trades like this, you have to have your contract selection dialed. So you have to have a contract that feasibly makes sense and isn't just going to theta decay you. At the moment though, the charts do look a little more bearish. As ES is rejecting the open, NQ is kind of consolidating above it, looking like a little bit of a bear flag. Really struggling to hold over 580s. I just don't know where I'd want to target if I shorted ES. I mean, maybe we go with the Thursday trade types where we just go little like 2R trades. You only need $5 for a payout. Holy hell. Most of that, I'm kind of just waiting to see what the market wants to do. We're rejecting the open on ES from below. NQ is pushing below the open. If both of these push below the open, on top of having RTY YM look a little more bearish, plus you have oil trying to be a little bit stronger, I'm interested in shorting. The only thing is, if I short, it would be the exact same thing as Thursday, where I'm going 1.5 to 2R, like the Allen style kind of trades for the most part. I know a lot of people are going to talk about the gap. I'm not overly focused on the gap. I truly don't care about the gap. If we fill it, cool. But we could easily rally off of this and not go all the way down here to fill that. You guys are a big help in my trading journey. Leon, it means a lot, my man. It does. Let me get rid of the questions thing. There we go. You already shorting silver? I saw gold was selling off pretty aggressively. Yeah, it is. I feel like this market though, unless you're taking those lower risk to reward kind of quicker trades, scalps, shorter trades, whatever you want to call them, I don't think there's a lot to do. If I do get into that mindset and that's how I want to trade, I'm willing to do it. I'm just not fully convinced on how far we trend lower, how far we do this, you know? I just don't think there's enough conviction. Zay, you and me both. You and me both. That man has me paying attention to Gamma all the time whenever people post it. Well, Zay, it's not even just that. It gives you a reason behind everything. Like I could say last week's low is obviously going to be a pretty big support, but you can look at the gamma structure and be like, all right, how big of a support is that going to be logically? What up, Ledger? Chat, I've let you guys pick the last few times. Most days we've been able to do 200 likes on stream. Right now we're at 250. If we run a giveaway, what number do you guys think you could hit? And don't do 300. Don't make it easy. If you make it easy, I'm going to raise it. $400. I thought that, but like 150 is too low. So it's got to be over 400. 301 is diabolical. I'm on. Diabolical. It's got to be over 400. 140, if you guys don't get that, if we don't get to 400, there's just no love. There's just none. Zay, brother, even though we have not met, I've known you for a while. If you want to send me any type of message or talk, feel free. 1,000. Might be a little strong there. Just grab the 5-pack of Tradeify. Hell yeah, Ledger. Chat. I mean, you guys are pushing 260. You think y'all can hit 450? Because there's 300 you guys on here. I think 450 is doable. We'll try it. Y'all are really going to have to push for this one if y'all want it. But if we get 450, we'll do it. Since Jake already gave away 2. Mike, if we get to 420, we'll get to 450. I know my chat. If we get close, they like it all at the end. What up, Michael? Food trucks are doing good. I haven't been working on them much lately. I helped them put one up, but I haven't been working them, luckily. Zay, shoot me a DM, brother. Anytime. Easiest way to do it, I know you do it on Instagram at times. Shoot me one in Discord, too. Gael, I'm a Tradeify and Lucid guy myself, so I'm always going to pick Tradeify and Lucid over the other firms. Always. Got in shorts at 585, but I got scared. Pulled out of partial profits. Trader. Not necessarily. I mean, depending on where your target was. If your target was like 540s, then maybe. 550s, maybe. If you were looking for a smaller trade. At this point, though, watch how the trade works out. Don't chase into it. Just let yourself view it, see what's going on with it. If it holds, you made a good decision, you know? Unless you were just strictly looking for 550s for a little short trade. But if you were looking farther and we hold, ES holds last week's highs, NQ gets back above the open, we could easily push higher. I'm not saying I want to desperately long right now, but I'm fully open to trading this either direction. With the gap higher, I do lean to the upside, but I'm willing to short. I mean, chat itself doesn't really know what it wants to do. We're 53% bearish. So we're even. Yeah, trader, don't let it get to you, brother. Just figure out why you got out, what you can do differently. Ledger. It is very, like if ES holds 75.40s, it is very hard for me not to see the bigger upside picture. Very hard. The only thing in the way is NQ. NQ around this resistance that we rejected Friday is the only hesitation. But if we get that buying pressure on names, like bigger tech names that haven't been doing well, we could easily see that pop, but it fully depends, for me, on ES at last week's highs. If we start pushing back below 75.40s, I can lean bearish throughout the entire week. Because all we're doing on NQ is a daily lower high off the resistance, right? But if we can get above 78.800s essentially, 78.750s, somewhere in there, I think we can easily start to get that push. But those are like two key crucial levels for me going into this. Because we got the strong monthly close we talked about. We got the strong weekly close we talked about. Going into Friday, we talked if we broke over this, there's no reason we can't see a bigger picture. We wanted 75.50s. We got 75.40s. So, you know, close enough. I didn't trade it personally outside of options, but ended up being a really nice move. Ledger, there's a lot of good prices out there. There are. A lot of, I mean, not a lot of big tech, but some big techs had some decent pullbacks. But chat, how's your guys' weekends? What'd you guys do? Let me also pull up the foregrid over here so I can watch it. What's oil doing? I just don't think there's much in terms of conviction yet. Like, yeah, can this 5-minute hold, but you're trying to predict the bottom at that point? 15 doesn't look phenomenal yet. I think I'd just rather wait for structure. I could easily paint a picture for, let's say, this, right? We're looking at like that 2.5. I could paint a picture, something like this, where you short, stop above the open. You look for a bigger target down there. So I don't love that. I still lean more upside than downside if NQ gets above the open, but that's a huge if. What's your setting for the TradingView background? This. So it's a gradient. I don't know exactly which one I got. I don't know what the hex is. It's like a dark gray that fades to black with a gradient on it. And then you just take the vertical and horizontal lines and you make those opaque. Took Mitch's class, mind-blowing. Hell yeah, Michael. Michael, which one did you take? What day did you do it? Simon, what do you mean still working? Ledger, you bought SpaceX? I mean, it could hold. I still want lower. Daily job? Damn. Well, I mean, you got to make the money. I'm still not interested in SpaceX. We've been talking about this thing to the downside since it was up here. I want to see if it breaks 100. Because to be honest, this chart looks terrible. I still want to see it down around 70. We'll see if it does. I don't know if it will or not, but I would love to see it at like 70s. I'm going to start hopping on Whatnot and selling squishies. Hell yeah, Zay. Wednesday night and then Saturday's recording. Nice, brother. What up, Moke? Agreed, Ledger. Agreed. Elon's a big risk. Yeah, but when you're looking in terms of valuation of the company, down around that area is not a bad time to buy. Elon's a risk no matter what, but what he does works, right? I mean, look at Tesla. Zay, I didn't even see the news of the speculation of that merger happening until I went to my barber and he showed me like a bunch of different posts about it. I didn't even know that was a possible thing they were thinking about. Obviously, that is all speculation. Andrew, I'm just talking about the company as a whole. Zay, most people don't even know that, which is wild. That there's an AI company, X, and SpaceX all combined within that company. Ledger, is that Tesla now at 71? I mean, if so, brother, that's a hell of an entry. Absolute insane entry. Yeah, I mean, Andrew, what I've read into it's all, obviously, no matter what, it's going to be speculation. There's a lot of different reasonings I've seen compared to just getting the initial Tesla investors their capital back, but there's a lot of speculation there. Agreed, Zay. You were cashing COVID, bought names? Hell yeah. I had some nice dips within that, but for me, I knew nothing about trading at that point. That's what got me into trading, is buying the COVID dip and just getting a bunch of names for cheap. I held them for like 80 to 100%. One was Penn National. I held from like 13 to 130 bucks. And I thought I was the greatest trader in the world. Zay, if it gets down there, there's going to be a lot of hesitation. But chat, what names are you guys watching right now? Could be stocks, could be futures for tonight, whatever you guys are watching. So far, we're seeing NQ hold the open a bit. Oil's getting a little bit of a rollover. I want to see ES above the open if longs are going to be in play. Damn, Zay. What's the ticket for SpaceX? SPCX. Ledger. I mean, it's going to be a long time till that happens. They gave up on the Mars aspect. I think they're playing on the moon now. What up, Rev? AST. That's not it. Oh, don't know what it is. Rocket Lab. I know RKLB. That's a tough buy. With that monthly close, I'm not a buyer yet. If we get a little bit better of a weekly monthly structure, maybe. I can see why you might want to dip by this. Just for me personally, without already being in the name, I'd wait. I'd want to wait longer. Zay, you always have the wildest names. Let me look at these real quick. Grab. It's not a chart I'm interested in, personally. Just looking at the structure, if something's like this and it's been down here since 2022, I don't want to trade it. Can you review the 2% skim milk Forex charts? Hell yeah. I don't love any of these names. Just because we're sitting in a wide range. I don't trade these often, so I don't have a lot of conviction on them. But that's all it's doing. If it sets a daily high or low here, yeah, I like it for the long side. But outside of that, not necessarily. What are futures doing? Still sitting around the open. See, this is stronger for sure. ET is a lot better of a chart than the other two. Zay, what the hell are you looking at here? You're looking at the weekly holding. Brother. Oh, this is a fucking penny stock. This is just a straight penny stock. I don't know how to trade pennies, brother. I can't do much for you there. I always look at your names, but I can't do much about that. Sony, I saw a lot of good stuff about Sony a few weeks ago. Monthly and weekly look fine if it can hold this general structure. Definitely just want to pay attention to this overall area here around 23.2. See if you can get that continuation. Sergio, this is Asia session. This is the live session right now. Futures aren't moving a whole lot. Throughout the last hour and a half, the indices are ES is in a 15-point range. Obviously, you take out the initial wick, you're essentially 12. So not really a whole lot to do there unless you're taking smaller potential trades. I'm waiting to see if we get above the open or not. I think if we do, primarily at this point, likely just waiting for Asia. See if we can get some volatility. What up, Logan? IBM looks brutal. Yeah, I mean, if you want to trade that, but for me, like if you're looking to trade the low end of the range, sure. When you have a monthly bar that's 36%, not a whole lot for me to do that unless you're looking towards shares. There's not a chart I'd be overly interested in. I don't like trading after these large moves. Michael, there's news every single day this week. Oracle's at a really interesting spot. If we get back above that, just this generalized prior all-time highs area, yeah, I like it. So back above like 130s and a hold above that, I think you can get some good upside. I'll look at a few more, then we're going to go back to futures for a minute. PLTR as well. Sitting right around the 120s. Big hesitation if it holds this weekly higher low, then you can look for that potential break over like 136.5s. Then I think you can get a continuation back higher. Outside of that, not overly interested. GC, I mean, gold's been struggling. That's a chart I'll look at. The one above GC, a little Bitcoin. We haven't looked at that in a minute. I see why I haven't looked at it in a minute. I mean, if it continues to hold this general support area around like 60s, it can hold, but that monthly does not look good. 3 month doesn't look good. 6 month looks even worse. If it sets a higher low here, maybe, but I would have zero conviction in anything with this chart until we get back over 72s. Absolutely none. Not a single reasoning for me to be interested because of this prior range. We can just continue to range out like this. This chart does not look great for me personally. Weekly's trying to see if it wants to set a lower high or a higher low. When it's in that indecision type aspect, I don't want anything to do with it. So not a whole lot to go on about there. Bitcoin's going to be at zero soon. Logan, I saw some random post that Bitcoin can never go to zero because there's one guy with like $1 million buy at 1 penny. You want to look at a shit chart, that's it. I mean, Bitcoin just doesn't look good. It hasn't looked good in forever. That chart, there's nothing about that chart that gets my interest yet. So the company that has to do with the GPUs for NVIDIA, and they basically take a lot of advice from Jensen, from what I gather, and CEO is an old Wall Street guy. Zay, if you like it, especially for the small cap aspect, rip it. But yeah, chat, news-wise, we are fairly stacked this entire week. Where'd that go? Resources, weekly. We got an entire week. I mean, we have every single morning, basically. Right. Reddit market open tomorrow, 9:45, 10. 10 again Tuesday, 8:15, 9:45, 10 Wednesday, 8:30 Thursday, and then we have NFP Friday, pre-market. So this entire week, early New York is just heavy data driven. On top of earnings. How does SpaceX already have earnings? There you go for you, DGen. SpaceX has earnings Tuesday. This week, earning-wise, basically PLTR, AMD, SpaceX. Couple pre-market like LLY, Shopify, but nothing I'd be interested in looking at. Trish Trades, where's your entry at if you're still holding short? Seen Microsoft a few times. I need to clean this chart up. That is horrible. Yeah, I mean, if Microsoft gets above last month's highs, pretty much you're looking to the upside. That alone with a few other big tech names can be enough to push the entire stock. I like it. I just don't like last week's candle because obviously it rallied like, what, 25%? 20%? Yeah. I mean, that's not something I would personally trade off of. If you like Microsoft, rip Microsoft. But bigger moves like that, I just ignore the chart after that happens. No, user. Rake was the first one I ever worked with. The only other person I've ever paid anything for trading related was Brett Simba when he used to have a Discord. And that's where I started to learn trading. So no, I never got scammed in this industry at all. Ledger, you saying about Bitcoin? I mean, if it goes to 16K, a lot of people are going to be buying it. Logan, why are you saying holy? Also, chat, I'm going to drop this to 400. Just because market's a lot slower tonight, people aren't going to be around as much because there honestly isn't much of a trading opportunity yet. I'm primarily just waiting to see what Asia does because outside of that, this market's not moving to anything I'd be interested in. Right? Even if I took that potential long setup that I looked at around here, if you took that, put a stop here, if you top ticked it, you got 1R almost, not even. So there is zero opportunities that I see presenting themselves yet. I think there could be, but so far we're just at a very, very slow market. Can the market move? No. Keep me all this shit going to 16K if it goes to zero. Okay, whatever. Fair. Hell yeah, Rag. Taylor, people will ask me why I don't trade MNQ. Let's see if it shows it on this chart. People ask me why I don't trade NQ. Because I would trade MNQ. A lot of time, Asia session is low volume. I'm not trading a chart that has a 16-point discrepancy on any given 5-minute candle. It doesn't make sense to me. It never will make sense to me. So I will not trade it that often. If there's volume on a session and we are getting clean moves and it looks good, I'll do it. But if this high is up at 22 and this one's down at 605, you have to add that into your stop loss if you're trading micros. You have to now make your stop loss 20 points larger just because you're trading micros versus minis. And that is something I want to do. Hell no, Ledger. If you think I'm paying any amount of money to read someone's tweets a few seconds faster, you are out of your goddamn mind. User, it's possible, but you got to remember one thing I always talk about. If someone's selling some type of indicator or trading bot or algorithm, Why would they sell it to the average retail trader versus going to a fund if it's actually proven to work? I would go for the bigger bag with one company, make a shitload of money, and be done. But there's no one given indicator that will make you profitable. But it's definitely possible to have a 100K month with only 5K of costs. You just have to be very, very strict and do very, very well. If you're taking a trade when you're not at levels A, all the time. All the time. I don't care about levels as much if the market structure is that strong. But like right now, market structure is not that strong. Would I be opposed if the structure looked great to take a long and we weren't at last week's high yet? Of course. Because I want to trade what's in front of me. I trade the price action, the level, and the pivots that I'm watching are just my guide of where it could go. No, Zay, it's not random. I mean, there's definitely an aspect of intuition there, but that's going to be with any type of trading. Ledger. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what Asia does. I mean, if anyone is dying for a trade, to be honest, it would be more interesting if we didn't take an entry on this. If you have some type of conviction, feel free. But the way I trade, even if I want to trade like Friday or Thursday, there's not a single opportunity here to do that yet. I have the best advice. If you are dying for a trade right now, looking at this mess, go to bed. Not bad advice, Ledger. Not bad advice. Do I think the market could move? Yeah. But at the moment, it's not doing anything. So you have to match your expectations to the market. One thing you just always got to remember, and I feel like July was a really good perspective of it. I've never seen more people say this market sucks to trade right now. It's horrible. Price action is ass. July was one of my best months of the year. But it's just adapting to the current market conditions and being okay with that. Lower your expectations if we're in a broader range, right? We're not getting the clear trending continuation every single day, which is what's cooking a lot of people. Yeah, the action's there 100%. You just have to adapt. You got to remember, your strategy will work in different market conditions, but you have to adapt it to those conditions. Oh, my backlights aren't on. There we go. I mean, Ledger, to be fair, it's all the same, isn't it? Supply and demand, support, resistance, levels, they're all just broader pivots across the market that you're finding conviction off of. It's just how you trade off of those that differs from a lot of people. And the key aspect that a lot of people don't understand is the intuition from just having experience in the market. Agreed. Wholeheartedly agree. And if you take a mass majority of trading strategies in this chat, most of them are likely just broader structure with a couple different words thrown in. You can tell the market is very boring when the chat is me and Ledger currently having a conversation and no one else is talking. Let's see. Oil still has not moved. Gold still has not moved. Dollar opens in 4 minutes. We can look at that after. Usually when the dollar opens, we get a little bit of movement. So we'll see what direction that leads us. You started keto last week? Hell yeah, brother. Dude, I can't do keto. I like carbs too much. Gap fill buggy. Do I think it can happen? Sure. Sure. It can always happen. But I talked about this the other day as well. I think too many people focus too hard on a gap fill. Because you have to remember, this gap will likely eventually fill. There's going to be a time in the market where ES goes back to 7,500. Doesn't have to be this session. It could be next week, the week after, or a month later. But the number one reason I don't overly focus on gap fills, at least for me, like if the structure agrees, sure, it can be a valid target. But as we're looking at this, what is focusing on that gap fill going to do? It's going to give you one bias throughout the market, and that is the only direction you're looking to trade, and that is the only target you kind of want. I think too many people get blinded by that. I'm not saying you do, but just in general. Because there's always people that say the gap has to fill or it fills 98% of the time. What if this is 2%? At least for now. Because if we look at gaps, we showed one the other day. I think it was on NQ. Like ES right here. If gaps have to fill, we should expect ES at 5,600 soon to come fill this. And I don't expect that, you know? Doing 75 hard on the carnivore. Taylor, how do you like the carnivore? I've heard a lot of horrible things in the beginning of it, but good towards the end of it. I also downloaded 75 hard. I kind of want to do my own version of it. I would do like the exact 75 hard, but add other shit to it. This is dreadful at the moment, but the clarity is nice. Just have the keto flu. That sounds terrible. You know what I don't get? Flu from potatoes. Potatoes are fucking wonderful. I never feel like shit eating potatoes. Watch your stream playing Xbox. What are you trading, bro? I don't trade futures, just monitoring them for open session signals. Hell yeah, brother. You trade with TPT firm? I don't. I've never used them personally. Can you analyze gold? Of course. The hardest part about gold. I'm going to go to my other chart that I used for gold. The hardest part about gold, brother, is this. Can this chart go somewhere? Yes. And my entire weekend analysis was what I've reiterated on stream all of last week and the week before. 40/50s is your downside support pretty much. If you get below that, I'm willing to short it. 4,200 is your upside resistance, clear as day. If we get above that, I'm willing to long it. Anything in between, I'm truly not interested. You guys just look at what we're doing. It is, if you want to talk about range, this is the most range you can find. That's not something that I look at and I'm like, hell yeah, this daily looks phenomenal. I want to trade it aggressively. No, it's not. So for me, I just don't look at it for the most part. I don't really pay too much attention to it. If we get either of those breaks, I'll be all for gold. If we break 40/50, I'm willing to trade gold down to 3,700s on an option swing or a self-funded account where I just take a gold one contract micro and just let it go. Retest these prior all-time highs. But if we get back above 4,200, 4,400 can come fairly quickly. And the way I look at this is not, technically it is quote unquote a bear flag, but for this, it's a consolidation. Whichever way this wants to break is the way I'm willing to trade it. It's consolidated enough to where we have a solid floor down here. If this floor continues to hold and then we break this, I'll lean to the upside, right? If this ceiling, the resistance continues to hold and we break 40/50s, I'll start leaning to the downside. But while we're in the range, I have zero conviction on this chart whatsoever. I think there's a lot cleaner moving charts out there to trade. So I just do not put a lot of focus on that. ES is once again rejecting the open as we get a little closer to Asia. Dollar opened. Open flat. Wait, did dollar open here? Oh, dollar opens earlier on Sunday. That's my B. You're on shorts from 75.47s. stop at 52. So you just came 2 ticks away from your stop there on that little rally. Yeah, Ledger, you're going to get more shredded on carnivore for sure. Also because it's pretty damn hard to eat an excess amount of calories unless you're just eating a shitload of fat. But it's pretty tough to eat too much if you're just eating meat. Hell yeah, Taylor. Yeah, Ledger, I think that holds true to more than just trading. Because a lot of people live a very, very comfortable life. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that per se. Actually, I think there is. But trading, when they get into it, will be the most stressful thing they put themselves through the entire day. And I don't think that's how it should be. You should always do something that's going to stress you out more to where you get into trading. And you're like, all right, whatever this chart does, it is what it is. You don't really care about what it does because there's a lot worse things, a lot harder things you've been through and are doing. I believe in that mentality a lot, personally. Even if it's something as little as just sitting in a sauna. What's the 15 doing? 30. I mean, I feel like if you're trading today, it's just small stabs. I can see the picture for the longs. I'm just not that eager to get in yet. I'm truly not. What time frame you trade? Larshi, on this session, the 5-minute. Most other sessions, usually like the 15. But I use multi-time frame. Like on my other monitor, I have the 15-minute up, so I'm watching that. But I use the 15, hourly, and 4-hour together to give me conviction. If we do get this hold above the open, we'll likely see at least high of day. I'd be kind of shocked if we didn't, as long as we continue to hold above. To be honest, I would love to just see a broader upside week. I would love to see ES at 76.32s. We'll see if we can get the momentum up there. But we do need to get over like 560s to be able to start getting that. See how this 5-minute closes and the next one starts to react. Dollar's a little weaker. Oil's just stagnant, which loses conviction for me a little bit. There's just not high conviction yet. If I'm leaning in any direction, it's definitely more to the upside. Like I can see that last long I put on the screen. I'm just not overly in love at the moment. Hourly is setting up fairly well where if Asia wants to open, we can see a break of the session highs. If we do, I mean, NQ could get enough. If we get any volume in, NQ could get up to 28,760s. Fairly quickly too, which would put us up around last week's highs. So yeah, I think there is definitely a possibility of a larger upside move. See how long it takes to play out. Chat, at the moment, you guys are about 100 likes away from the giveaway if we do end up running it on stream. If not, we'll look to run it tomorrow. You guys have this says probably the most about the market that it's going to say. All right, there we go. We did a poll. 129 people have voted. You guys are 50-50. That is the exact same thing about the market that we can say right now. There's definitely conviction to the upside now, but throughout this entire session, we have not moved. What up, Maura? How you doing? And now it's back. It was 51. Now it's back to 50. At this point, though, I am fully waiting for Asia to open, see if we can get any conviction off of that, and then go from there. It's just so buns it is, Logan. It is. Young, keep being patient, brother. Today's not a day where you want to blow up an account. Especially on NQ, this is the day where I can see that like death by 1,000 cuts type thing, especially if you're trading MNQ. Oh. See if price is fixed a little bit. It is. It's crazy the structural difference between these two. But I'm going to wait the 7 minutes for Asia to open. Based on this poll, I have an old Apex account that's $1,000 left in drawdown. So I will full port it and max contracts on open long. If we die, we die. Ledger, how are you basing it off the poll? If the poll is 50-50, there is zero conviction. And it's rude. What's your reasoning for that? I'm like, this is the greatest part. I think this is a good mindset that I have. Is, mind you, I'm leaning slightly more to the upside because we are above the open. We do have a gap higher, right? Structure is a little bit stronger. But if someone's bearish, I don't know why. It was 51%. Look at it again, brother. It is right back to 50. Technically, there's one more vote to the bearish side than the upside. Young, we may have to wait a little bit for a banger trade. We'll see. Maybe Asia gives us some good volume. Maybe. Maybe we get a little love out of Asia. Even if it's to the downside, I'll take it to the downside. Logan, do you want to know what these wicks are? Go to the lower time frames. Chad, I'm going to give you a little piece of advice. When I lose a lot of interest in the market, it's when you go to the 2-minute chart and the S&P 500, the most liquid asset in the stock market, is gapping. That should tell you how low the volume is, right? We're getting a gap higher that sells off. Then you gap up again. All these little gaps, for me, tell me exactly what I need to know. So when I see that, obviously that's not that bad. When you look at something like the RTY, typically this is way worse. Honestly, not terrible. We've seen a lot worse. But typically when you start to see those gaps on the lower time frames, I lose a large majority of the interest until we start to get a little bit more volume, which is what I'm just waiting for. Learn FVG. No. Logan, I mean this in the most heartfelt way possible. I think I would rather, for an entire week, give my cat 2 treats, one that says bullish, one that says bearish, and whatever one she picks, I will only trade that day, then learn ICT. Just saying. Nothing against it if it works for you guys, but that is where my mindset is towards ICT. Do we win the war again this weekend? Well, Rain, we had strikes planned. We called them off for the second time in a row. Last time we did that was when we got the big old rally on Thursday. And now we got a little gap up from it. So we'll see if it holds. Logan, you know how crazy that would be if I literally had the cat pick the trades and it was a profitable week and people are out here struggling? You know how absolutely brutal that'd be for people who are like still struggling in trading? Right. I mean, NQ Trader, in theory, the strategy should work. If you do 2R trades, you need like a 30% win rate to be break even. So if you take a 50-50 trade with 2R, the probability should be in your favor. Should. Ledger, yeah. I think it's worth learning every strategy. I don't want HP. I don't. I mean, do I think the orb is a valuable strategy? Yes, I do. I think a lot of people do well in the orb. I think if you trade a strategy and it works for you, run it. Do I want to learn EMA crossovers at the open as we break the orb? No. I could give less than two shits about that style of trading because it's not something I want to use personally. Also, if you pay attention to a lot of those different features, you're going to, because I've done it in the past. I've used orb type strategies. I've used EMAs. I've used VWAP, VPVR, RSI, MACD. I've used all of those. I use nothing now, just structure. Because in the end, that's the main thing you're trading. It just gives you a little bit more conviction. I find my conviction elsewhere in the market versus using all the overall indicators. Logan, I like it, right? If you want a long and you're buying a higher low in this market, I like it. Yeah, Ledger. And I don't want what I said to sound like I'm not open-minded, because right now I'm overly interested in learning Gamma. I want to learn things that I feel would better my trading. But if there's other aspects like EMAs, do they work for people? Yes. But it's not I don't want to buy like EMA crosses or put a bunch of time into learning that feature because I know I'm not going to use it. Shiv, the only way I will listen to anyone about Gamma is going to be Mitch. And that's ! Mitch. He speaks at 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. every single day on stream. He is doing classes right now, so if you are interested in those, you can check his Instagram. Agreed, Ledger. All right, I'm full ported. Wait, Ledger, you full ported long, right? Rain, if you do, this one is only for my stream. It's that for my stream. If you want to use the other one, just do Discord Premium. But that one supports me a little bit. The other one obviously is just Jake's main link. Ledger, why wouldn't you try to pass that if you had conviction it was going to fill the gap? Yeah, Shiv, just check out his classes. See if you can, try to catch one stream just to see his overall thesis, or just shoot him a DM and talk to him about it. I'm pretty sure he always answers questions. BL trades, that's exactly what I would do. For now, for you need 3 days of 150. If you focus on 3 days of 150, you have that 400. So now your entire goal isn't the 400, it's just the 3 days. Work on logging those, keep your risk in check, and let it ride. How do you manage your stop orders? Largely, I move my stops in regards to overall market trend. So as we get, let's say I want a long here. Not yet, but let's just say we get an entry above this, and I want a long. My stop is going to be wherever I put it, below this low. If we get that break, get that continuation, if we break over this session highs and set a new higher low, I'll trail it with the trend. But until we get like an actual trend, I'm not trailing it that often. And it really depends on the trade and structure. I'll trail it differently every trade just because of what the structure does. I don't have a thing where I'm up 1 R or 1.5 R and I immediately trail at break even. I mean, shit, there's some trades I don't move it at all. At 7542.25. Ledger, you might not be cooked. You want a 2K legacy, it's trailing stop. Oh. I mean, to be fair, I'd want to blow that account too. No, Larshi, like I said, it depends on structure. It does. Like if I wanted to enter here and we're stuck in this range, I may throw my stop all the way down here. Depending on where my entry is. I may throw it at the open. It fully depends on every individual trade, depends on structure. I'm not going to take an entry here and no matter what, throw my stop at this candle's low just because that's the candle's low. Because there's always a chance we go and spike that low. I usually give myself a little more room when I first get in. I'm cooked. Ledger, it sounds like you want to be cooked. Limitless, can you elaborate on that a little bit? What do you mean, do I believe in market makers? Give me a little more elaboration so I know exactly what you mean by that question. Because there's the aspect that some people think of market makers, and then there's what there truly is. Yes, they're real. Yeah, there are people filling your orders, believe it or not, guys. That is a thing. Dude, Ledger, you want to know the absolute craziest thing? I was just doom scrolling a little bit on YouTube, just looking at what videos were up. I saw 2 days ago, Jake posted the video of me shit-talking Apex's... Oh, Jake didn't post his editor, probably did. Shit-talking the Apex MAE rule. And I'm like 98% sure Jake has a code with them. And I'm like, that is a bold move. Because in the video, I'm like, I will never trade Apex while they have this rule in play. And I was like, oh, shit. I didn't think that'd get clipped. Limitless, they're in there, like, obviously they're in there to help provide liquidity, but they're not in there with the goal in mind to manipulate the market. If you want to, like, is the market manipulated? Yes. Every aspect of the entire market is manipulated. There was a big case of it lately in the hedge fund industry, right? And on an individual aspect, there's 0 people in the world, and I mean this from heart, who care about any of our positions. This entire chat could enter the same trade. They still would not give a single shit about that position. because it is nothing compared to the stock market. But when you look at the hedge fund versus hedge fund aspect, yeah. And there may be couple things I get wrong with this, but there was a hedge fund that grew up to like $40 billion. Just a story I heard, like I saw. Obviously, some stuff might need to be fact checked, so I'm just saying it how I heard it. There's a hedge fund that grew up to like $40 billion in the AI space. Citadel saw it. They did what Citadel does best. Obviously, most of y'all know Citadel from the GameStop, AMC, Robinhood type shit. But they ended up tanking the AI industry. Bought that entire company out for about 60 cents on the dollar, I think, somewhere in that ballpark. And the next day, AI shot up 30% after they bankrupted the company because of the margin and then bought them. No, Ledger, one thing I will say is Apex will pay you. They will. I've never had a single problem getting paid by Apex ever. I mean, I know some people, they've questioned their payouts. They've never questioned a single one of mine. But they will pay. They just take longer. Plus, I believe that was their old strategy, their old rules. Yeah, on. Even so, you go from having a $30-40 billion company to almost being a billionaire. That's tough. Yeah, Crash, I saw that because they said they liquidated him before his wedding. So the story is true. Got it. Today's Asian market's terrible. It is, chat. It wholeheartedly is. And the number one thing that makes this session better and when the market's consolidated is you guys, right? The conversations can make this stream either as absolutely boring or entertaining as you guys want. Yeah, Ledger. I mean, there's a lot of things. Apex was the strictest about their payouts, for sure, wholeheartedly. I used to be an affiliate with them, so I know a lot about it. But no, I mean, I got screwed by their accounts multiple with the MAE rules, stuff like that. But in the end, it was all my fault. Most of the time when they're not paying people out, it's just you breaking a rule that you didn't know about. I'm on. He 100% is. 100%. I might be honest. If I'm going to trade it all, I might just trade that eval from Thursday. Because when we're in slow markets like this, I do not want to put on actual risk. But we did well Thursday. Bro, we had Asia open and we still have not gone anywhere. Upside doesn't look terrible. YM held the open, RTY held the open, NQ and ES held the open. But we're not away from the open. I feel like anything in here just loses my interest to enter. It does. Can we rip up to high of day and higher? Yes. But anything in that box just does not pique my interest. You're going to pass it, then you're just going to be like, shit, dude, I really didn't want this trailing drawdown. Shiv, they're good at that. If you think about it too, Apex has been rinsed for millions of dollars. Then they changed their entire structure to obviously prevent that. And now they have it to where, that's the thing most people don't get about prop firms too, and they'll get pissed when they get moved live. Prop firms can take you live after one payout. They can take you live whenever they feel like it. It's in the rules. But yeah, it does suck getting moved live a month ago and still not having it. That is ass. Surely just one more rinse. Shiv, all you gotta do is just, eventually lose the live account, go back to evals. That's all a joke. Don't take me seriously. Logan, in that perspective, there's two perspectives on live. For me, with Tradeify and Lucid, I don't think there's anything wrong with live because you can go live on 5 accounts, right? You have the bonus features. I don't know what Apex's live strategy is, but I highly doubt they're going to give you 20 live accounts. So that's going to be the negative aspect for him going live when he was trading 20 accounts together. View on Blue Guardian Future, Tate never even looked at the account. Yeah, so he loses 75% of his accounts. That's going to suck no matter what way you look at it. No, Logan. When you go live, the prop firms aren't making you trade with your own money. You trade with the money you've made with them. Some set you back on the account to 0. Some give you a buffer off of what your P&L is on the fundeds. But how that has your friend been live? Because that doesn't make any sense to even think. Unless he's thinking about just going live with your own money. But no, Tate, I've never looked at Blue Guardian personally. Most firms outside of, and I'm not even joking about this, Lucid, Tradeify, maybe a little bit of Apex, and a little bit of TPT, I do not pay attention to. What up, Naturally? By the way, I will say, if chat stays a little more active like we have been in the last 30 minutes, maybe if we don't get the like goal, we can run a little sneaky giveaway at the end. Maybe. Not confirming yet, but we'll see. I'm always good, brother. Logan. So your friend is telling you every time he goes live, he just buys evals and trades fundings. Anyone who knows anything about prop firms and live accounts, no, that's not real. Because you can't trade evals and fundeds when you have a live account. Because if you have a live account, why would they allow you to continue? They take the fundeds, that way you trade real money with them. I just have, with what you're saying from your friend, I have a lot of speculation. So he purposely blows the live. Well, if you lose the live, a lot of them put you on like a little timeout penalty where you get a certain amount of days you can't trade with them. I mean, it could just be the game of telephone where he's saying it, then you're saying it, and it just sounds off. See you later, Ledger. Ledger is looking like you might pass it. Do you ever trade crypto like Bitcoin? Limitless. Just so you know, I'm not Rake, I'm Ron G. I see you tagging, but I will see that tag because I am on that account. No. I personally don't trade crypto. I haven't touched crypto since the VGX chapter 11. You play sports? Not like now, but when I was younger, yeah. I played baseball a lot growing up, but primarily football, which I played into like obviously senior year of high school. Aman, that's a terrible idea. Because if you tell them not to move you live, you have an option. You either accept the live account or you decline it and you get put on probation. And you can no longer trade with them for a certain amount of time. So not going live is a bold move. Miguel, no. You're thinking about like a live personal account. We're talking about live with the prop firms. You don't have extra risk associated with a live prop firm account. You don't. Yeah, Logan, Going live, you're risking everything on the prop firm. Yeah, Crash, a lot of people think that you can just get the live request and all of a sudden like be able to just cancel it and trade evals. You used to be able to do that. Like there was a time on Top Step, and Jake took great advantage of this. There was a time on Top Step where you could go live and they would still let you trade the evals and fundeds while you were in that process until they gave you the account. And that's how Jake was able to get like 100,000 plus Top Step live account when he got it. Yeah, Saj, I just didn't know how long the cooldown period was, but I know Lucid definitely has one. It doesn't make sense for prop firms not to. In the beginning, yeah, most prop firms didn't have that cooldown feature because it was just a new industry. Now they know if they just let people continuously rinse them, they're going to get rinsed. Brune, I don't know that personally. The reason people are not preferring to go live, like the benefits of going live doesn't make sense to not want to do. Because you can get rewards off of making a certain amount of P&L every single month. Like you can make thousands of dollars extra from trading well. Because when you trade well on a prop firm and they take you live, they can copy your trades. And you make them money on top of you making money. I'm on there to remove the MAE rule, brother. What time does Asia volatility usually happen? Crash. Crash, my man. I wish I could answer that for today. Asia, there's 3 different Asia markets. You either have the one we're currently in, where it is nothing but slow grind and hell. That's the session we're currently in. We are not moving. We are hard stuck. There is 0 volume coming in. Option 2, you get about an hour and a half of slow grind hell, and then you get a nice trend. And option 3 is we open and we just rip. We're obviously stuck in option 1 right now, and I don't see option 2 or 3 kind of coming at the moment. Later on in the night, they can obviously show up. One of the sessions is going to move. You got to remember, too, we did just get a 47-point gap higher on the indices. That's a healthy move. Where did we gap into on the indices? ES gapped to the higher end of this prior range into this massive resistance area. We're likely going to consolidate a little bit there, unless we are just going straight to all-time highs. If we consolidate here, I'm happy with it. As long as we don't lose this low and push all the way back to fill the gap. You know? Give me a solid base over here that we can trade maybe during London session, maybe during New York session. There's going to be sessions throughout the day that are going to consolidate. A lot of time lately, it's been the end of day-ish session when Lamelli's been on stream, just from what I've seen. But you're going to get consolidation. We're just stuck because the move already happened. It's like sports books. I'm lucky to get down $20 in a college basketball game. Almost. 1 HP, what do you mean you're lucky to get down $20 on a college basketball game? Yeah, Sach, Lucid and Tradeify are the main lives I pay attention to, because those are the 2 firms that I want to go live with. I just haven't been there yet. Most fab, 200 left for what? But no, I would love to be live on Lucid and Tradeify. That's the end goal eventually. Get my funded? Hell yeah, brother. What's your opinion on new Lucid Daily? Let's look at the rules real quick. Because I got to remember the rules to be able to look at it. All right, yeah, y'all can see all that. What do I love? What don't I love? If I do something I don't love is intraday. Obviously, I would never use that. So I'd immediately go end of day. Something I do like is you can pick what rules you want, right? If you want an intraday daily loss limit of $1,200, first off, you're psychotic. The price of it is not worth that. But I'd be going end of day, daily loss limit off. Trade the consistency, don't worry about that at all. And then no consistency on this. I'm assuming you just have to get over a buffer. It doesn't seem like there's anything bad about it. Obviously, pricing is a little more expensive, but that's because you can get a payout day 2 of the account. Profit target, max loss limit. I like it. Just everything in general. I think the risk to reward's worth it on it. I would just lean more towards the end of day daily loss limit off. I don't see a world where I would ever want to trade this account, even if it is $95. Yes, it's cheap, but if there's a reason it's cheap, you're more likely to fail it. I'd do an end of day, no daily loss limit if I traded it. Maybe I'll try one if I get another Lucid account. Mad Moxie, I don't know. Yes, it looks like once you're funded, it is intraday. So I don't love that. So I'm probably not going to try it just because I don't like intraday trailing. But it's a risk you're paying, right? Most overall prop firms that have a one-day payout feature, there's going to be a negative to it. Because in the end, it has to be profitable for them to keep doing it, you know? I like seeing that intraday for the company, not for me as a trader, because it's going to help them stay afloat and help them continue to make payouts. But no, if you don't like it, don't trade it. Easiest thing. I don't like intraday, so now that I saw that it's intraday on the funded, I probably won't trade that account. I'll just keep rocking the pros. Pros, you can get a payout in 3 days. Those you can get a payout in technically two days. But no, I don't hate the account. I just don't like intraday trailing. Yeah, agreed, 1 HP. Yeah, 1 HP, but that's what you pay to get the daily payouts. TPT is the same way. Logan, is that sarcasm or have you actually been enjoying it? Oh, yeah, charts have been eventful. You know it's eventful when I'm sitting down. Money bag finance. Biggest piece of advice I can give there is wait till you find a trade you actually love. Right now, market's not going anywhere. Eventually, it will make a move, but it ain't here yet. Could be here if this is the high. How many days on average you reach from eval to payout? Hunting pips, the last 2 payouts I've gotten have been passing the eval in 1 or 2 days, and then 3 days of trading and getting payouts. But I've taken 11 trading days. I've taken longer. So on average, I don't know, dude, maybe 6, I guess, if you just want a round number. You trade New York also? It depends. Going into tomorrow, what I do is just look at what New York looks like pre-market. If it's not something I love, I have no interest at all. If it's interesting and a solid setup for me, I'll do it. If I do well during the overnight, because most of my trading happens between like 7 p.m. Eastern and 2 a.m., if I do well in the night session, I won't trade New York. I have no reason to. I'm on. My only concern about waiting to take a trade I love is it never loves me back. Any advice? Take a different entry. I don't know what advice to give there, but find a different entry. Change your love language. I don't know, brother. Appreciate you trading, Nicholas. Yeah, I mean, you got to find something to talk about when the market's like this. Back to fund it? Hell yeah, most of that. Most fat. You always, when you're on a funded account, have to set the limit over what you need to make. Every single one of my accounts, like the eval we traded Thursday, that account is set to $3,030 to guarantee that I'd get kicked out above the buffer. Always got to set it a couple dollars above, because those overall fills and contract fees can add up and can get it so you don't get that number. I'm on. If you just do, easiest way for you to get RIS advice, the OGs will know this. I guarantee you, if you just do your short strategy, gonna work every time. Every time. It's all you got to do. Rip that, especially if you're talking about at like a bar, you'll have a line out the door. I'm getting ready to run to the bed. Get up, brother. Wiggle them dogs. Yeah, chat. I'm not long in this. Right out the gate. 15-minute pretty aggressive candle. We have a minute 40 left. If we don't get buying pressure quickly, could see a little bit of a push down. NQ's leading the way in weakness. Oil's a little weaker. Dollar's weaker too. Interesting. Something will likely correct. Whether it's going to be the indices, oil, or the dollar. Normally, you don't see everything pull back together. What up, Aidens? By the way, the chat poll is still. We've gotten 50 more votes on the chat poll. And it's still 51-49. Even you guys don't know where you want the market to go. Not a single person knows what they want to do. 15-minute candle is definitely more bearish at the moment, though. Only thing that'd be brutal is if we got like 15 seconds of buying pressure back up towards the open and it was just a doji. But trust me, I would love to trade. I'm ready to trade. The market isn't ready for me to trade. YM's a little strong. We'll close that poll for now at 50-50. Chad, is there a single chart that you guys love right now? I mean, I don't see shit. I mean, YM has strength, but there's no interest in it. ES could just hold. That 15 be a little bit of a fake out, just gets buying pressure right back higher. I'm not willing to put my risk on for it, but the reason I'm not convinced in the selling is oil and the dollar. If these were rallying, I would think we genuinely push lower on the indices. but thus far they're not. My man just said, finally some move. ES from the highs to the lows went 11 points. And we haven't even broken new low of day. You might be looking at NQ, but even with that, let's say you got a solid entry at 620s. 70 points? Raider Sanchez depends on the chart and my stop. Most of the time, like 12 to 15 micros on ES. If I can get a tighter stop, then I'll do 2 minis without a problem. So anywhere around there, typically risking something between like 300 and 450-ish. Yeah, Aman, you might see Alan has been trading this. I don't know though. We'll see when it comes to his stream. This is just, unless you're doing the Allen style, this is tough to trade. I mean, I feel like the moves are very predictable. Like a hold of these lows pushing right back up here wouldn't be crazy. It's just, do you want to put risk on for it? And I truly don't. $70 points is enough. Not for me, SO. Not if I'm trading NQ. NQ, I want first target to be minimum over 100. Allen's pretty good. The man's a legend. There's just no volume. And that's making it brutal. Great little hobbit I am. I'm on, get ready to start doing it. Swinging for the fence. Dude, 100 points on NQ is not swinging for the fences. That is like a scalp for the most part. But you got to remember too, if I'm trading NQ, I need enough of a move to get me actually interested in it. So 50 to 70 points on NQ. Can it make you money? Yeah, but it's not going to get me overly interested to trade that asset. Logan, different style trades. You scalp. I don't. Hugely different style trades. My stop loss, I have no problem using a 40-point stop on NQ. Looks like we are getting a little bit of that push higher. We'll see if we can get new highs or not, or if we can even hold. So far, I really don't hate the upside. It's just the main conviction there for me is the dollar and oil. I don't hate the upside, but you also got to remember, I'm not willing to put risk on yet. So that should say enough as it is. What up, houseplant? How you doing? Got past? Hell yeah, most fab. Hey Vim, what joint video are you talking about? Are you talking about what Jake posted like Thursday where we all talked together? brother, that was a business meeting. That wasn't a video for you guys. That was us going over the stream and everything like that. That was not an educational video collab of all of us going together. You're good, but no. In case you're wondering and waiting on that, that video is not coming out anytime. I was short and cute, now I'm crying. Why are you crying? I mean, we're still range bound. We haven't broke anything yet. Yeah, chat, and you always have to remember, is this session boring as hell today? 1,000%. But for me, the bigger picture with this is I haven't put on a trade, and I'm happy with that. If we're stuck in a range the entire session, I have zero problem trading. Does it technically suck at times for like stream purposes in general? Yeah, it does. But I'm not getting chopped up in this market like I know I would be if I was trying to trade, because we have not moved. I would either have taken an entry, we wouldn't have hit any type of target, and we'd still be sitting in a trade, hoping it makes a move. Or we sit here and just watch it, not make a move. Some days be like that. It's just part of trading. I'm good, houseplant. I'm always good. Yeah, Logan, it's just a really easy market to get death by 1,000 cuts in. It is. Let's see who the top fan is on today's stream. Aman, Zay, and Logan are all tied as top fans. Hell yeah. W fans. Larshi, you and me both. Y'all can see the P&L. I haven't touched a single contract. Do I think there may be potential later on? Yeah, but to be honest, when the market's like this, it can move and I could not be in it. I would miss a move, not a trade. At the moment, I'm not dying to execute. So if a move happens, cool. Hopefully you guys catch part of it. I'm cool if I'm not in anything. I would like to see, though, so far that hold has held at that low around 46. Was a little bit of a bear trap there. Probably got a few of you guys in general. But thus far, we haven't been able to break the range. We're back above the opens now. Big key factor for me not wanting to short was oil not getting any buying pressure and the dollar just getting smoked. Divergence there just didn't make sense. So one of them is going to correct itself. It happened to be the indices versus the others. Let's see what we got real quick. Bet. Chad, are you guys in anything right now? Gold continues to just be weak on every buying opportunity. Dollar loses 99.5. We could see some decent continuation throughout the overnight. Where's the 15? Logan. The 15 is the reason I am sitting cash. And I am not in a single position at all. It just ain't worth it. So Chad, there's still 180 of you guys on here. Since you guys have sat through all of this, I will make one deal and one deal only. We will make this deal. And we will see if you guys follow through. But if we can get to 350, I will run one. If we don't, I'll run one tomorrow. Tree Fitty, 1 HP, Tree Fitty. Mainly just because we're getting near the end of stream. I am not streaming past 9 today. The market is not going fucking anywhere. So we'll spice it up a little bit, see if we can get to Tree Fitty. Jonathan, bear trap, it's all relative. For me, it's just a weaker candle that doesn't get continuation, right? If bears are over eager to short this, I've talked about this most of the night, I would want to break the low primarily below last week's highs. So it's just going to be a more bearish candle that's likely going to get people to want to short and then just buy right back higher. Just trap them in the range. Most of that, what that is, bear trap, bull trap, is just going to be a move to the lower end of a range that looks overly bearish that just continues to range. Same thing with bull trap, right? You get a very strong 15-minute candle that pushes right back lower, just something that stays in the range. What HP? What's HOTD? Also, one thing I will say for you and anyone else in chat, questions like that aren't stupid. If you don't know something, feel free to ask it. I'll answer. Most of the time, it's just overthinking. That wasn't, but House of the Dragon, I haven't really watched that personally. I think I watched like the first 2 episodes and just lost interest. Something I also don't love is shows, and tell me if you're either with me or against me on this, where they make shows, but they come out like once a week or once every 2 weeks. I fucking hate that. Because if I want to watch a show, just let me binge 2 hours of it, absolutely be a nothing to society, sit on a couch for 2 hours and watch a good chunk of it. And then I'll do that again in a week or 2. But I hate having to like tune in for a week, watch an hour, then next week, an hour, whatever it may be. When a show like that happens, I usually wait a few weeks and then I'll just watch a few episodes together. I don't know why, but in my head, I just don't love it. But chat, you guys are on the way to the little giveaway. You need 24 more likes. Yeah, 1 HP. I don't always have it, but like when I do, if it's on like a weekend or some night like that where I want to, I'll watch it for a little bit. I just don't like wanting to watch the next episode or something and not being able to. Binge watch Suits all weekend. W binge. Yeah, chat, like I said, I will be hopping off at 9, so it's either this number or it's a bust. See if we either trigger this to new lows or set a higher low. Dollar still dumping. NKD not looking hot. Gold stagnant. Oil trying to hold, but not really. I mean, indices don't look terrible if they get out of this range. While in the range, it just looks horrible. Alan comes on at 1 a.m. Eastern, brother. Logan, 20 what? If you're talking about 20 likes on stream, y'all better get 20 or else we ain't running it. We could end at 348. And we'll be running that giveaway tomorrow. You watch Bulls and Bears on YouTube when it's shit. Hey, Trades, what's that? But there's a lot of stuff going on with the yen right now, which is probably impacting the dollar. Since we started stream at 7, so right here, we have moved 4 points total. What an eventful trade. Old Futures Market Documentary, ABC. Interesting. So it's called Bulls and Bears. I might look into that. I love me a good documentary. Everyone go to your burner account and like the stream. I mean, you guys, you're close. No, A trades. I wouldn't be looking at this as a pullback. Or I mean, in reality, I'd be looking at each of these sells as a pullback, but not like a more aggressive higher time frame one. I still lean upside. NQ has held the open every single time it's gotten near it. I have no conviction to the downside yet. If ES breaks below 75.40s, I'm willing to short. Anything above that, I'm not interested in shorts at all. Yeah, no, Raiders. You may need to get some people to get their burners. Either that or you guys need the one guy that bought the stream all last week to jump in real quick. If you're on here, don't do it. Nobody trade this? Logan, there's a reason we're sitting cash. Unfortunately, tonight is just one of those boring sessions. It is. We'll likely get more momentum this week, but right now, this session, to be honest, I hope a lot of you guys survive it. Because I don't think many people should be over trading this. Is it possible? 100%. Let's actually do a little poll. NFP Friday, yep. Chat, I threw up a little poll. Green, red, flat, how you guys sitting? While you're at it, hit the little thumbs up on the stream. Help the homies get a giveaway. We need 19 more. 19 is all you guys need. But you have 9 minutes to do it. One HP, that's what everyone said though. Right? With all of this, everyone has been saying this data will break this range. That data will break this range. Nothing has broken this range on ES whatsoever. NQ obviously has broken. But that's just because big tech. Something will eventually break it. Something will. But it's when. I swear I'm green. Hell yeah, Abraham. Chat, I'm gonna be honest. And this makes me genuinely happy. When I look at this and you see the number one answer is flat. Close. Red and flat. So some people got stabbed out. And then you look at the charts looking like this. That makes me happy. It does. Because it means you guys aren't getting chopped up in this. Chat, you guys need the lurkers to come out because I know there's a lot of people lurking. Because there's 34 responses on that poll and 180 you in here. Trader, how aggressive did you trade? I mean, I would assume aggressive sizing, multiple entries. Easy scalping this range, agreed, BL. If you wanted to scalp, 100%. But even like you guys saw Thursday, when I scalp, I want to scalp with the trend. I don't want to scalp a 5-point range. When I'm sitting, when the market primarily, the range has been 7 points. If I'm scalping, I want like a 10-point scalp. And that's as far as we're going. Yeah, Abraham, if you're green in this market, be happy. How do you scalp this without a stop loss? What do you mean, brother? I mean, the two entries we talked about would be phenomenal. I drew and talked about potential longs down here. If you wanted to scalp that, stop's easy. Throw a stop just below the low. You can take 3.5 points. If you're scalping, you're probably looking for something like this. If you want to take this long that we talked about as well, let's say you get an entry here. Throw a stop just below this low. Let's say you're scalping. Like, you don't have to go crazy risk to reward. Those are like Allen textbook style scalps. Jay, you guys have 6 minutes and you need 13 likes. 13. Yeah, Allen's a legend at scalping. One HP, I don't know. I don't watch the 100-day on the daily. But chat, don't worry. If we don't end up hitting 350 likes today, which is crazy because we're only 12 away, I'll run the giveaway tomorrow for sure. Logan, I mean, we're fighting. We're fighting on the edge of it. Y'all are now 10 away. And the reason I'm okay not doing it if there's 10 away is there's still 170 people in here, and I know there's at least 40 that haven't liked. You take a nap or something during the day to stay up that late? Yeah, 1 HP. I mean, it should. Luckily, this is my job. This is my schedule. The primary time I have to be locked in is 7 p.m. Eastern, so I'm blessed for that. But it's just, my sleep schedule is also absolutely cooked. You need to edit a couple of podcasts I can sign into those accounts. 1 HP. People need 5. You need less than, or you need, yeah, more than 1 like per minute in the next 4 minutes. Limitless, refresh. We're at 346. 347. Giveaway bots took the nights off the market. Mad Moxie, I'm happy with that because on the last 4 days on stream, we have gotten like botted, and it's the most annoying thing in the world. Son of a bitch, chat. You guys did it. You happened to do it. Those of you that hopped onto your burners to help the rest of the chat out, congratulations. Only had to drop this number 100 to get there, but we did it. Logan, that's how it happens all the time. There was a time where I was talking to 2 different people total for half an hour, but you mentioned a giveaway and people start running. Chat, we're doing a little 3-minuter. Exclamation mark, the word enter, send it in the chat. Also, if you haven't already, show some love and like the stream. I know this session's been pretty boring, but to be fair, we haven't moved anywhere. I wouldn't have had a single profit target hit on any trade I took. So, happy to be flat. Just look at today as a good example of sometimes it's better to just be patient in the market. Oh, 1 HP, that's fair. You don't have to subscribe. Don't worry about it, brother. Chat, we are very close to 40K, though. We're like 39.5 on subscribers right now, so we're very close to 40K. Chop City, 100%. The funniest thing is right now you can see all the lurkers in the chat. Micromaster, I'm going to be doing a Tradeify 50K growth. $640, $630. Javier, I don't hate that. Just because you're looking for the continuation over the high of day. I don't hate that thesis at all. Chat. Major gains. Lock it in. Lock it in, brother. Chat, you guys have 10 seconds. Lil Trope, what do you mean I sold? I haven't taken anything today. So I haven't bought or sold anything. All right, chat, that is it for that. Let's see who are winners. 131 of you. So 70% of the chat got in that. Damn. This is one of you guys' worst odds. No, Lil Trouble, I was talking about someone in the chat. Someone was trying to shoot their shot. Futures Academy 8. Are you here? No, I haven't taken a single trade. I was talking to someone in the chat who needed to lock it in. And chat's rooting him on. That's your husband? You know what? Fair. Shoot your shot, brother. Shoot your shot. Futures Academy 8. Are you here? No, you're good. You're good. Just normally you will have random people like that in chat. If you guys both trade though, that's awesome. I know Jake, that's like his worst fear of dating a trader. I feel like that'd be the coolest thing in the world. As long as you both don't tilt the same day, then it would be absolute hell. Here, futures, have you won before? We do? Hell yeah. Send me a DM on Instagram. I would kick his butt. Hell yeah. Perfect. Send me a DM on Instagram. Let me know that it's you. Let me know in chat real quick when you send it. So don't leave until you send it so I can double check. See you later, guys. I'm unsubscribing. See you, Moke. Moke, if you want, I can help you. I'll give you the... I can make it so you can unsubscribe pretty easily. Rigged it again. What up, Connor? Futures Academy 8-1. Of course, Trist. No. Moke, someone tried that in Discord. Someone asked me if they were banned in chat. Hang on, where's it at? Someone asked if they were banned in chat. And someone goes, can you ban me if I'm not already banned? I said, all right, YouTube name. And he's like, damn, you're calling my bluff. Hey, you want banned, brother? I'll rock you right now. Setting price action, dude, the most eventful. The most eventful. Chat, obviously we didn't take anything today. The market has not moved. Do I think it can move? Yeah. Right? It's going to range for a little bit. When it finally breaks this range, we're likely going to get somewhat of a continuation. Whether it's upside, downside, I still lean more so to the upside. NQs continue to hold the open. ES has held the open. YM and RTY both above the open for now. So just pay attention if you do want to trade to what the overall indices are doing, how they're reacting. If we break high of day, I think we can easily get a little bit of a push. I still lean more to the upside on the market. We're in a bullish structure at the moment. If we break below 75.40s, I have no interest in longs. Those of you that are still typing exclamation mark enter, when you see this in a few minutes, whenever you're on a YouTube live, make sure you're live in the bottom left. Hit the little live button so you're actually present. But chat, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Whole nothing burger on the day. Market hasn't moved much. We'll see if we get some better price action tomorrow, maybe throughout the overnight tonight. Hopefully Alan gets a little bit of a trend. If not, he's probably going to scalp it anyway. But I will be back on tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Alan is on 1 a.m. Y'all already know that. Jake said he is now starting his streams around 9 a.m., so it'll be 30 minutes later. So just some things to note. But y'all have a great rest of your night. I'll be back on tomorrow. If the market does break the upside, I'm open to taking trades. Expectations aren't extremely high. Market is stronger right now. We have room to like 63s. If we do break this high, though, I think we can get a decent push. I think we can start trending up towards like 75s, possibly 600s. Dream world, if we get a big trend day, 76.30s. I'm not even going to say it, but you already know. Number one stock I'm watching will forever be NVIDIA until the contracts make sense. But y'all have a great rest of your night. I will see you guys tomorrow.